Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ponyfinder Lantern Light. We are doing another little one-shot here today, hosted by none other than our wonderful, benevolent DM, Please Don't Kill Us All, Cygnus.
Yes, this will be my first time DMing on the channel, and you'll find out what he means by that soon.
I don't like how he worded that. I don't like it. Anyway, so going down the line here, I'll just start off with me. I am Wuten, playing as Crimson Velvet, a bard and cleric. Next to me here is Guti, playing as...
Oh, you want me to say it? Okay.
Yes, please.
I am playing a swashbuckler by the name of Mistsheer.
All right. And then next we have Solar, playing as...
I am playing Astral Veil, a leather wing skirmisher fighter.
And then next to them we have Chaotic, playing as...
Dreamcatcher, invulnerable rager barbarian.
I like it. And last but certainly not least, we have Ebby, playing as...
I am playing a unicorn alchemist that goes by Moonlight Dew. And I will say this, I realized very late that it sounds very close to Mountain Dew. It's not related.
I love it. I love it.
Not related yet.
An alchemist
Not
making
yet.
Moonlight.
I didn't notice until you said anything, I'll be honest.
Although her eyes are telling me she has done the do.
Done
She
did do.
probably has done the do. She probably doesn't sleep like some people I know.
Damn, all right.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, floor's yours, I guess.
Many thanks. Before we go too much further, I would like to send a special shout out to the artist who provided a great many of the pieces that you will be seeing today. Sunny, S-U-N-I. He is available on Twitter and such things if you would like to go and look at his art. Please, all plaudits go to him. All love and affection and appreciation for all of the fantastic art on very short turnaround.
Yes.
And extreme gratitude all around.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sonny is an absolute lovely
Giga
artist.
Chad.
Giga
Era
Chad.
Chad.
Peta Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Peta Chad.
All right. So if we are all ready and there are no questions, I'll go ahead and get us started. It is the year of Unity 587, 400 years before Twilight Sparkle was even a glint in Nightlight and Twilight Velvet's eyes. 4 years have passed since the end of the Fifth Great Griffin War, but you all still feel the echoes of the conflict in some way. Fate or chance has brought you together as members of the North Sun Trading Company, on contract to deliver much-needed provisions to a remote watchpost near the Griffinstone border. The long, cruel winter that has ravaged the region since the end of the war shows no signs of abating, but your supplies must get through. The name of the outpost, Lantern Light. Your objective, survive, complete your delivery, and return.
Okay.
Go ahead and scroll to the bottom left, and let me know if you can all move your tokens, please.
I am unable to grab my token.
I am unable to grab mine.
Yeah,
Yep, I am able to.
I cannot either.
You
I am
cannot.
damnation.
Oh,
I
damn
am
blast all.
damnation.
You're all damn.
It's okay, Cygnus. Welcome to my world.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Since I imagine things will probably get serious, I would like to just start off by saying that I love that Wuten literally self-inserted himself.
Yeah, baby!
Now, I will say, I did say new characters are likely to be preferred, but you had the choice. You could do
Choice.
whatever you chose.
And
so.
it is only self-insert in art,
Yes.
I will say. Yeah.
Well, he
I'm
is a
still-
bard, though.
I
That's true.
mean,
We'll see what kind of bard you are. I am unable to move my
I
token
think,
still.
I think,
Are you
Same.
still unable? Oh, for
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
is it on the token layer?
It is on the token layer. You have edit and control permission.
Okay.
I do see that.
Okay.
Copy a snapshot of selected token's image and setting as this character's default.
Okay. I think I figured it out. We have to drag our own token over. Because I can
Oh.
Yeah,
I
there
can
we go.
control this one just fine.
yeah, same.
There we go. Yep, that's working.
Well,
There we go.
food.
Alright.
Shit, doppelgangers.
Hey,
All right.
what are
Changelings!
these changelings
Kill 'em!
doing? Kill them!
Kill him!
Oh, I forgot that there are changelings, right.
Okay, so, Kara, could you move yours real quick so I know which one is which? Okay, many thanks.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Doppelganger.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. You know, the teething problems that always go the first time, first session of a new game in Roll20.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you find yourselves on the edge of a ravine here. It has been a long several days journey from the Heartland up to the northeast, up through the mountains, up through the frost and the misery and the cold, cold nights. Your tents have been battered. Your wagon is creaking. It looks to be losing a wheel, but you know from the maps and from the descriptions that you received back at home office that you are very close to your destination. Now all that stands between you and victory is this rickety bridge and whatever lies around that bend to the east.
Well, first things first. I take one look at this bridge and, you know, I'm a bit uncertain about risking all of our hard work on this rickety-looking bridge here. Is there a way to test it? Am I able to, like, fly onto it? Maybe just testingly put my hoof on it?
Yeah.
You certainly could. If you would like to investigate the structural integrity of the bridge just at a glance, I would be more than happy to let you roll knowledge mechanics if you have it.
I will attempt that, but I will do the same because I don't actually have any.
I will also do a little something here to aid.
While I don't have mechanics, would I be able to like kind of flutter along like the outer part? Yeah, I didn't mention that part. I'm a Pegasus. I got to the audience. To like kind of the sides of the bridge here, roll perception to see if there's any kind of standing out structural like integrity that might be like noticeable to the untrained eye.
Sure. Go ahead and move yourself where you would like to survey from. In the meantime, Sola, unfortunately, you see a bridge. It looks fairly rickety, and it looks like it's not been repaired in quite a few years. But other than that, you just get a bad feeling about it.
Well,
Wuten?
I was never really in the engineering corps. Fly over here.
Okay.
So I will ask, are we the only ones with the wagon?
You are. You are the only members of the caravan company that were sent out this way.
Which,
Okay.
I assume one of
assume-
us is pulling.
I would assume that is me.
Mm.
I am big. I am strong. That is what I do.
You're
In
like,
fact, I'm
Big
going to
Mac?
Big Mac you.
yeah.
There we go.
Perfect.
I love it.
Medium-sized but powerful build.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Wooten,
Mm-hmm.
just at a glance, yeah, you can tell that this thing is very likely not going to be able to support the weight of the cart, especially since it already has a wheel that is on its last leg, funnily enough. You take one look at this and you suspect it's going down that 100-foot drop into the river unless something is done to
Just sort of
Address this.
sucks in through his teeth.
Could I make?
This
Go.
is... I'm not sure if anything could be supported by this bridge. Least of all our caravan.
This thing is heavy. I'm ready to be rid of it.
Well, could. Cygnus, is it... do you think it would be possible to transport the cargo to the other side of the bridge and then bring the cart over? Would it be able to support that?
Yep. You, just based on a quick guess, you can take a look there and see it's a matter of weight. And you suspect one decent-sized pony with a cart could, in fact, make that crossing. But if all of you tried to cross at the same time with a fully laden cart, that would be a different story.
Right. Well,
Guti, since I know you went out there, do me a favor and roll me a fortitude save as you cross out over onto the air over the river.
Okay, so question, is this a cold weather check of sorts?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I am wearing cold protective gear.
Woo!
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
Man.
$21.
Very good. You are unaffected, but you do feel a biting wind trying to rip through your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Seems that the air over the river is even more frigid than the surrounding environs.
All right, have a look over at this here. Whoa! All right. Well then, fellows, if we're going to be moving these things across, let's suggest making haste. It's usually used to the skies like this, but the water and the chasm below is not helping anyone's cause.
Well,
I'm more used to the heat than the cold.
Don't you worry. When we get to our destination, I've got a little something stored away as a little congratulations for a job well done.
If we can get across the breach.
So, Guti,
Shut
there
up,
is
dude.
one more thing. Since you rolled very, very high on your perception check. Accompanying that blast of wind, you hear something carried from down the canyon. If you didn't know better, it would almost sound like a screaming old mare. Do you have knowledge lore?
What would that have been paired off with in the
That would have been
consolidation?
things like history and
Local and all that kind of stuff.
local is its own, but it would be things
History,
like history
religion.
and religion and like local legends and things.
I think my only other thing was nobility, so I did not add in lore. So,
Okay.
So because it didn't feel like that was quite the catch-all for it.
Right. Yeah, nobility would fall under local under the revised scheme. So
Okay.
you may
So
proceed.
local is all I have.
Yes.
Okay.
You can roll that if you like, but it will
Oh.
you won't get the same results.
That's fine. 25. Jesus.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
perfect. Well, you're not quite as familiar with the local legends around this place, but you did your research before you left base camp. The wind is known to make strange sounds in the fields sometimes and the high mountain passes, and you've heard tell in the past of unlucky sailors up north who were scared away from ports and potential points of entry into the continent by similar screaming back in the day when this area was first being mapped. So
And if
ominous, but
And if I may also add on, my old my previous job, shall we say, we had a little bit of some tales of things that sometimes scream in the wind. So the faster the better. Don't want to end up, as the legends may have said, among the missing.
Like an animal?
Yeah, an animal, but not one you'd want to put a leash around.
I just gently jangle the pickaxe on my side as we're continuing to figure what's going on. So
She has a she kind of has a little bit of a little smarmy hoof up when she says previous job.
It invites a glare from Vey as she flaps by with a few things from the cart on her back. Well, let me know if you do see something. It's been a while since I've, gotten some thrusting practice with my old polearm here.
Cygnus,
Yes, ma'am.
can I take a look down to the river to see if I can spot anything?
To see if you can spot.
Just anything.
weird things.
Yeah.
You are welcome to do so.
Perception?
And,
Yeah.
and
And
as she's doing
do
that,
be
I'll
careful
just-
near that edge.
And I'll go ahead.
While
and just,
you guys are
ignite.
doing that, I see what. I apologize. I'm not going to remember anybody's names here. Solar.
Vey, or just call her Vale.
I see what Vale is doing, and while the rest of you are continuing to just kind of like look around and talk about legends and things, he just starts taking things on his back, and he's going to start carrying them across the bridge.
All right. And I'll go ahead and
Because he
ignite
can
my
kind of
horn
tell
and do
based on
that
what
as
it's
well.
being said that he could tell it's weight. So, you know.
Go ahead, Wooten, and then Ebby, I'll tell you your result.
I'll just say I'm here by that point. So.
Okay?
Mist is
So
going
hold
to
that.
grab. Mist is going to grab something. Start flying across bridge side though.
Okay.
'Cause yikes, that weather.
So I will need the three of you who are doing this to roll me strength checks just to see what proportion of the goods that are in there that you grab. You need to collectively beat a 20.
Okay. I will
So-
have mine.
Ebby, you look down into the swirling, cold... off to a good start here. Into the swirling, cold morass of ice and water and stone below. It's a good 100, 150 foot drop. You really don't feel like going for a swim. It's the kind of thing you've heard referred to as a watery grave elsewhere.
I was trying to see if endurance would help me with that. Nope. Okay.
I will.
So strength check.
Well, you know what I could do?
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I can ignite my horn and use Mage Hand to act as a middle point to start levitating some of the smaller things over.
Very good.
The smaller cluttery things over. So
Well,
I'll
we
just
do need one more
grab
point to
it
beat
there.
20, so that'll probably do it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I rolled so damn low.
Let's.
Oh, well.
Alright.
Let's
It
try
happens.
this.
You and me both, brother.
Doop, 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 doop.
Nice. Very well done. And in fact, since you were rolling with your mage hand, or mage hoof, or whatever you want to call it, go ahead and use your intelligence modifier instead of your
Ooh.
strength.
In that case, that's a. That is 13.
Excellent. All right. So everything will be safely gotten across the bridge, assuming that you do. So when you get to about this point, creak, crunch,
Oh.
snap.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Not good.
Reflex save, please.
Let's see.
Is that
I
just
do not
general
have-
roll?
I had just like a little quill and pen.
Just chaotic for now.
Ah, okay.
I had just like a little quill and pen out, writing down the possibly come back here later on at some point, and just like look up and see, bridge
11.
breaking. Yeah.
Just made it. You feel you feel the boards giving underneath you, and spring away forward with your back hooves as the as the one you were standing on is now
Careen.
disappearing to the bottom of the cove.
Oh, we need to still get cart across.
You okay there, big guy?
I am fine. Better than I would have tumbling down to the river.
Yeah. Don't make your all your treks here mean nothing, you know?
Yes.
Speaking of which, Ebony, as you continue, since you have continued to stare into the abyss here, you do see what appears to be a very small family of seals, just traveling northwest under the bridge and disappearing under the water.
I'm just imagining the rest of us are all like sitting here getting things across, and you're just peeking over the edge for like minutes at a time with your big eyes, just like, what's down there?
Ooh.
Have a little quill and a notebook. I'm just gonna quickly draw the seal, a little heart next to it, and then look up. It's like, oh right, the cargo.
Oh right, that thing we're supposed to be doing.
Meanwhile, the rest of us doing our jobs.
So between the two of you, sorry, go ahead.
She can be a bit scatterbrained when hyper focusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say we all.
That's probably one of the reasons she came along, actually, because she wants to see things and draw stuff and be like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that?
Kind of like Izzy almost from G5.
Kind of like a mix of Easy and Moon Dancer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe.
So
Nice.
between the two of you that have managed to get across the river so far, you have carried over about a third of the goods, the sacks of grain, the dried meat and provisions, the magical items
Ah, yes.
that you had packed originally in the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And once you're all across, we will have the opportunity to describe those items in detail.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone has to get across first.
Yeah.
So,
We've gotta make
After
sure that we
looking
can
at
get the
the
cart.
abyss, I'm gonna do the same. Grab some sacks and cargo that I can put in like a saddle or something, and
you
just-
actually come back to an empty cart.
Oh,
We got the job
The
done.
rest of us managed to roll collectively high enough to carry everything.
It's okay. It just means you get to carry the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to bring the cart.
You got to bring the cart across.
Yeah.
okay. So it's like okay, just gonna settle on the cart and
Maybe it's better to be fair because I'm still pretty heavy, so me and the
Yeah.
cart, I
Yeah.
probably don't
Actually,
want to go back across.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
You're a
things
big
considered,
guy.
I should probably make my way across to
Okay.
ease the strain on the
Yeah, well, maybe one because the Pegasus might just be kind of floating there. So
yeah. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and
we have Veil, we have Crimson, we have Moonlight, Guti. You again,
Still,
please.
Mistsheer.
Mistsheer.
Mistsheer?
yes.
Mistsheer.
Mistsheer.
Oh, Mistsheer. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember. Mist, Veil, Crimson, Moonlight. Got it.
Yep.
Good for me.
So, Crimson, go ahead and just because there is that board there that has
Yeah.
now fallen into the abyss, go ahead and just roll me a very quick, very low acrobatic save to clear the gap.
All right.
Acrobatics
Bing,
save,
bang.
acrobatics check. Oh, A-okay.
Mystic Prancer.
Zwip, and you are across the bridge.
Yep.
Okay. Mistsheer, you up?
You just float.
Are you
I
going
am
to be
up.
doing this by? Are you going to be doing this on hoof or by wing?
Just because I want to make sure the goods are treated with care, probably by foot. I'm very.
Okay.
She's a Pegasus. She's already light of step. So
Understood. So go ahead and do the same. When you come to that part in the middle, just roll me that acrobatics check, and you will be able to get across.
all right, and the acro.
In case it
Okay,
matters.
you make it to the end of the bridge with that leap.
And lands with a nice little little double cross of the hooves. Like
I'll have a small
prim,
raised
very well
eyebrow.
managed.
Just kind of closest you get to a. Oh, okay, nice.
Okay.
Just-
yeah, she's a little bit of a show. She's a little bit of a show off.
So, Ebony, that leaves you as the last one to cross the bridge, and having hitched yourself to the cart in Dreamcatcher's place.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make me a strength check to effectively pull this.
I do have 50 feet of silk rope if we absolutely need anything of means to help get this thing over.
Do we have to pull you?
Unfortunately, you make it to about here, and that damn wheel that's been giving you trouble for the last 100 miles wedges between two of the boards.
Hang on, I'll come back over, and I will take wing low across the bridge.
Yeah, she will join you.
Drop your stuff before you go.
Oh yeah,
Keep-
she's
Keep
already
your
done that.
keep your wings light.
Vale, as you are crossing the bridge, I need a fortitude save from you,
Okay.
as an extra gust of wind rips through you. Perfectly in time with the background noise.
Hey, look at that.
30.
Okay. That wind is the coldest thing you've ever felt.
Ugh.
Colder than steel, colder than griffins and their steely eyes. You
God
take
damn.
one point of non-lethal cold damage.
Non-lethal coat.
And I would like everyone on the right side of the bridge to make me another perception check.
All right.
Perception.
Perception.
Go ahead.
Okay?
12. Rolls are not on my
Crimson,
side
you are
today.
mostly concerned with seeing Vale kind of go "Ugh," halfway across the bridge. But Dreamcatcher, you hear what Mistsheer was describing before, that scream. Tortured wind through barren rock. Do you happen to have knowledge lore?
I have knowledge, nature, and profession mining. Would be two things that would be like any kind of knowledge related anything.
I have knowledge lore if you describe what
Okay.
you're seeing to me or hearing to me.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
If you would like to.
I will, so I'll kind of, as everything's happening, they're dealing with the bridge, you're watching them, I kind of put my ears up and I just kind of, Crimson, you hear what Mist described. I hear too. Almost like a screaming as the wind channels through the canyon. Sounds like old mare screaming.
Old mare screaming.
And Wooten, you would be welcome to roll knowledge lore on that.
Ugh.
This is ringing some bells in your head, but it's fucking cold out here.
Uh-huh.
And perhaps you will have an opportunity to think about this again later.
I'm happy enough just from having knowledge nature to think, yeah, what he says makes sense. Like the way the wind. He's a miner. He knows how wind patterns work. He knows they can make weird noises.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Makes
sorry,
sense.
man.
That's okay. You know what?
we're collectively rolling really low. I'm
You know
noticing.
what? You know what? We're getting the low rolls out of the way. And you know what? I am, in fact, going to step forward and try to inspire some bravery.
Competency?
So not that specifically. This is something different from my bard ability, but I haven't described this yet. But he has been carrying with him, attached to his saddlebags, a flag that is emblazoned with the
sun.
The sun, basically. The symbol of the... I don't know if it...
The symbol
like
of Celestia.
Yes.
It's Celestia.
It's Celestia.
Don't worry. We are in Equestria.
Yeah.
When you do that,
Down on deity list.
when you guys do when he does that, who wants to roll a sense mode?
Who wants to roll sense motive on everybody? I don't know. Fuck.
Jesus.
I will sense your motive.
I want to sense that motive.
Come along, friends. We've only a little ways to go. And I will... 13 on my perform oratory.
Okay, so is there a DC associated with that?
No, it's literally just me trying to inspire. And any friends within 30 feet of me get +1 morale on... Well, mechanically it would be attack and damage and saving throws versus fear and charm. But right now, I'm trying to inspire their competency without actually using my bard performance.
The people near me probably hear like a little but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
An eyebrow raised, but nothing else from Vale as she basically sticks her poleaxe in between the wheel and the
I'm gonna wedge this motherfucker out. Let's go.
Yeah, she's trying to wedge it out. She's just like, all right, I'm gonna wedge it. You lift it.
I don't want to risk a back across the bridge. I might break it more.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out some of my rope, see if I can like wrap it around like the axle to see if I can like help like
lift it up.
Get this thing out of its little yeah.
You're gonna fly up and pull, and the other's gonna try to wedge it out. So. Oh, there you go. Look at the banner.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
An
There's the
old
banner.
equestrian standard. Vale, you recognize this from your time in the war. This was the sort of thing that was used to lead charges back in the day. It's a little faded and
Yeah.
it's seen better days, but brings a little bit of cheer to the proceedings.
Da, 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 da.
Wait, what kind of union are we in right now? Anyway, yeah, she's just gonna look at it and just kind of roll her eyes. You know, she's seen it 100 times before, but you know, she's seen it in a lot worse situations, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So you are all at the cart.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to try to do with the cart?
Well, as I said, I'm trying to wedge it out with my poleaxe.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. I was
I've stuck my poleaxe between the wheel and the bridge.
And I've broken up some of my silken rope to kind of wrap it around the axle to see if I can like kind of wedge it out of its spot.
You're gonna pull up and they're gonna wedge out, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, while Moon is pulling.
So Misty, I will need a strength check from you, and then Solar, go ahead and give me a CMB check. Just to see what happens here. Just because you're trying to maneuver with the weapon.
Here we go.
All right. Yep, you managed to. You will be doing your part.
Getting a 10.
Yeah, the wood creaks ominously under your poleaxe, but you do manage to leverage the thing out with Mistsheer's help.
Oh.
Okay. So, Ebony, go ahead and roll your strength check again with a +4 in addition to your usual modifier.
While they do this, I am going to go to the corner of the rock here, and I'm just kind of casually glancing up the path.
Okay.
Okay.
It is
Yeah, I'm
a-
gonna try to do the horsey back kick to try to unwedge it as well to help with their aid, and 17.
All right. You are able to make it all the way to that broken bit of board, and then... how are you going to get across that?
I look at Mist and myself. Do we look collectively strong enough to maybe try and flap it over?
With a little bit of rigging, and potentially with the aid of a jump from your friend here, it should be doable.
If
So-
nothing else, could always put a rope around it, give it in my mouth, and I'll pull it across. If it falls, I just keep pulling.
Is there Actually, wait. Hold on. Hold the phone. I have fucking 50 feet of rope. What if I just bring it over to... Oops, not me to do that. What if I just, attach the rope, bring it over to... why is this not on a fucking ruler?
Uh-oh.
Should be on a ruler. There we go. Okay. Just attach it to the cart, fly it over to him, and then we can just kind of guide it while he pulls it over.
I think that's kind of what Chaotic was suggesting, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
it was.
All right. Here's the
If
plan.
it decides to fall while you guys are busy lifting it, I just keep pulling. So
Yep. Tie this end to here, and I'm gonna go over to Dream.
You got
Abby,
it.
are you going to stay attached to the cart for this?
If it falls, you might be in trouble.
I think we're in good range to make use of this.
right.
Yeah, but if it falls, we just lose the card.
I'm pulling on it. Where they're reattaching long ropes to me right now around my midsection, I'm going to pull. So, and they're going to flap to try to keep it out of the... Basically, I'm going to pull hard. They're going to flap as hard as they can so that it hopefully doesn't fall in the hole. And if it does, I'm pulling on it. So, you know.
It'll still be attached.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna unsettle myself and friends over here.
Okay. So just go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check when you get to the broken part, and then you should be A-okay to cross.
Would be better if
Alright.
you unhook, because if it does fall, we don't want to lose you. So.
Yeah, if something does go wrong, I'm not sure we have the strength to catch you.
Not
Well,
before you
I
hit that
will
icy
not.
water.
Yeah.
You are A-okay. You make it to the end of the bridge with no issue.
Yeah.
Skipping a jump. I am. on the
Okay.
other side.
I will put myself sort of at the edge of the bridge here so that we get as much, because you're going to have to tie some of the rope to me, so obviously. All right. Give me a count.
And as you are rolling your strength checks to make this happen, you will all benefit from Wuten's pluses.
Yay, +1.
All right.
I'm just gonna make a note.
So,
Hell yeah. +1 to my strength.
No,
does
no,
carry
no.
capacity do anything for this, or is it just a strength check?
Just strength.
Can I do 1 round of rage to pull?
Sure.
Okay.
Just describe what it looks like.
So, we've been out for a long time. I'm ready to fucking get back. And I just kind of give a little, I'm done pulling! As he just gives a real good pull to get the thing across as quick as he can.
Okay.
So I
will
in
have
addition
1
to the
round of
pluses, go ahead
rage.
and add your rage modifiers to your strength roll.
Alright, so roll.
That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
hurt me, yeah.
Don't ask for another strength roll to be that good, guys. It's not happening.
There it
23.
is.
Very good. You don't even need the Pegasi for this one. You just yank the thing in your jaw, and suddenly all 3 of them are hurtling towards you at max speed.
I am tired of pulling this cart. We want to be done.
They just
I
go
am
careening
half-
into
I
a
am-
snowbank.
I am front half horse in the snow.
And the cart rattles to a stop in front of you. You put one hoof on it triumphantly, look around, and take stock of your possessions. So in addition to all of the dry goods and things that you were bringing, who would like to tell me what the 3 magic items that you elected to bring as part of this shipment ultimately were?
I assume it will be the 3 items that I had suggested before. Nobody else seemed to make any objections.
Nope.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
The 3 items that happened to be in here, one of which would have actually probably been very helpful. There is an Aegis of Recovery, which is a small item that when you give it to somebody, it helps with resistance bonuses on continuing effects. So, if you're poisoned or if you're, making saves on a hold person or something like that, you get bonuses. It's very helpful for helping somebody recover from disease or they have a cold or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they drop, if they're going to die, it will heal them before crumbling away. The next item that we are bringing up this way, stuff that all makes sense for wartime, an all tools vest, which once per day is a standard action. The wearer can speak a command word, and it brings all the standard tools required for a craft check of 1 craft skill. And
Very nice.
if it needs to appear somewhere, it'll just appear wherever it needs to be. It can even just a random workbench can just pop up out of nowhere. You're good to go. Whatever you need to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the final item is a bag of holding type 1.
Very
Can
cool.
hold up to 250 pounds, 30 cubic feet, weighs 15 pounds itself.
So you were all vaguely aware of your cargo and inventory before you left, and have checked it from time to time against the quartermaster's list.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have unpacked everything, you know where everything is.
Mm-hmm.
You could potentially make use of these items if they are needed in future.
Well, let's go
So
ahead.
the cart is with you. The path unwinds ahead. You can tell that on this side, as opposed to on the other, there is a fairly well-worn path through the snow. Sort of one of those hard pack sort of deals.
Yeah.
Surely any of you who've lived in snow have seen this,
Mhm.
where a great many hooves and a great many, potentially feet, depending on who else has been through here, have worn down the snow into sort of a harder pack, and that is this darker section. Yes. Pause, even.
Anyway.
I am going to go ahead and finish repacking the cart, reattaching myself.
Mm-hmm.
As long as none of those prints are talons.
Could I make an assessment of what kind of creatures have gone through here?
Sure. By all means. That would be survival, I believe.
I mean, I have survival, but I also have nature.
You know what? Take those and roll whichever is higher. So between your knowledge, nature, and your survival, roll the higher of those two.
Take off my star-swirled snowbeard and start helping to repack the cart.
Excellent. Okay.
There's a survival
So-
for that as well.
Nicely done. Between the two of you, you were able to determine basically all of the recent tracks that have come through here. Obviously, there's a great deal of wildlife. You pick out several small species of, weevil. Weasel.
That's a
vole.
big bug.
It's a big fucking bug. Weasel, vole, rabbit. One cervine, interestingly enough. They don't usually leave their forests. And several sets of hooves, all wearing individual and different, but you can both tell from your experiences in the past, military issue horseshoes, and one set of indeterminate tracks. They almost look like paw prints, but there are only 2 of them to a stride.
May
Say,
I?
if there was anything surrounding those, could we use those tracks to roll to determine which was the lesser of 2 weevils?
Motherfucker.
To hell, you say?
Right. In the river. In the
Rock
river.
falls,
In the river.
everyone dies.
Tie your wings up in the river. Could I roll
Roll-
Profession Soldier, maybe to try and identify maybe the make of those horses?
You certainly could.
Like I don't know if there's like maybe like some marking on them that there usually is on army issue boots and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know how it works.
No,
with
you're
horseshoes.
fairly certain there are a number of armories that you'd be able to identify.
Okay. I will try and roll.
Incidentally,
God damn it.
while they are rolling that, congratulations to all of you for surviving the first encounter.
Yay!
It's like that
Yay!
fucking cow in Razortide all over again.
Yes,
It
is.
was. In fact, my very first thought was he's gonna throw a cow at us. I know he's gonna.
Oh no, if I throw a cow at you, you'll know.
Uh-huh.
You mean those damn yaks?
Fortunately, those barbarians are nowhere to be found among the tracks that are represented here. Solar, unfortunately, no indication of which armory, but you do recognize that they are military issue. You get the feeling that if the tracks hadn't been obscured by each other and by the conditions of the weather, you might have been able to pick out a specific stamp or something, but they're too mushy and too broken at this point.
Do we have
It
any
is
knowledge
strange.
of... Sorry, I was just going to ask, in addition to that, do we have any knowledge of military activity in the mountains?
That's where we're going, right?
Yeah, that's
Military outpost.
the watch post. Is
The watch post. So it's very, very specifically a military watch post.
It is a military watch post. It has been established, and you know this for free because you were paying attention during the briefing when your quartermaster said this. This was established following the cessation of hostilities at the end of the last war as an early warning post to keep an eye on Griffinstone and any troop movements that they might try near the border. Especially since they are not as hindered by mountains as certain other armies that Equestria has faced in the past.
All right.
It is strange to see paws with only 2 legs instead of 4. Keep your eyes open.
Would anyone like to roll me knowledge nature as to what that might be?
Sure.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and try.
I would.
There it is.
Okay.
There's a nature.
There's
Good.
God damn, all of you get this.
Goodness.
Very nicely done. Yeah, that is indicative of something that you've heard referred to as a stone wolf. They're not they're fairly rarely seen in Equestria, usually keeping to the frontiers and fringes. They also are colloquially known as rock dogs or diamond dogs, though there's some confusion as to whether that's a tribal marking or something species-wide. It's strange that they would be up here, though. They usually prefer to stay underground or further west out towards the plains.
I might be slightly familiar with them.
Yeah.
I imagine you would be.
2 leg instead of 4 paws. Diamond dog.
Diamond dogs?
Why here, though?
I really hope they're not made of actual diamond, whatever these things are.
No,
No.
they're very much flesh and blood.
Yeah,
Well,
They just like the things.
As I begin to continue up the path, because we're all just standing here, I'm just like, nope, I'm ready to get rid of this cart. As I move by, I jangle my pickaxe, as if to say, even if it was diamonds, I've got a pickaxe. We'll be fine. So
See?
actually, as
Big
you are
guy's
all
got it
going up
sorted.
here, Chaotic, would you like to tell us what sort of dealings your family or you might have had with diamond dogs in the past? Or rock dogs or stone wolves, as the case may be.
well, is not much to tell. I was a miner for my entire life, living below the ground. Mining gems and minerals and rock and and metals of any and all kinds. Which means, of course, that sometimes there are those who want what we are taking, and we don't take that kindly.
Do you know if they eat the diamonds or if they just hoard them?
I believe I've heard that they might eat them, perhaps.
Hey,
Them
Cygnus.
like dragons?
Mhm.
Well, they're all being all pally-wally and friendly, can I
Sure.
flutter up here to take a look above this ridge real quick? Just a
You
peek,
absolutely-
not all the way.
Absolutely can.
I
Do
will,
not
I will
want the
say,
turn
if you're
order,
going
I
out
want
of
this.
eye shot, Vale is gonna be
I'm gonna
keeping an eye on you.
first. I'm going to. I would like to roll stealth first.
Go for it.
Okay.
If that's all right. 13.
Sure.
And then as I get to the top up here, perception just to kind of look around over the ridge for anything suspicious. Perhaps these diamond dog creatures are trying to score the high ground.
Okay. In fact, as you crest this tree line, you do not see diamond dogs, but instead something you weren't particularly expecting to so quickly. Boop. Well, that appears to be the watch post you were sent to look for. Your attempts at stealth were unsuccessful because the gentleman standing here with his dog in front of the front door appears to have seen you. His head pops up, and I will show you what he looks like.
Ooh, look at him.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Big guy.
Ho there! You wouldn't happen to be our provisions, would you?
She will call back down to the group. Hey, I'm going to go make friendly with introductions. Looks like we're just around the ridge here.
All right, perfect.
Hold on. Don't go too far without us, all right?
I just continue.
She's waiting
Okay.
for a response.
Sorry,
He
the
shrugs
wind. Sorry,
and
the
just
wind is
scoots
too.
on ahead.
The wind's too loud. Didn't hear that.
And just
Oh,
perches.
is it?
and just.
What's up?
Well, I
Is
guess
the
that I guess that would also depend how high up I was.
That was an ambience check, a vibe check, if you will. Is the audio too loud for you to hear anything?
No, it's fine.
No.
Okay.
Sounds good for the moment.
Good.
At which point she'll just she'll just like perch atop this fallen stump here and just give a little and just like give like a waving confirmation
Okay.
and a little salute to the wing.
He returns it, and you see promptly disappears inside. Sorry, Kadek, I'm trying to do this and move your card at the same time.
You're perfectly fine. Or you could give me control of the card if you'd like.
Is there a way to do that when it doesn't actually have a token or a?
Yes, you can
thing.
right-click the token, go to the little gear sign, and it should
Okay.
be a thing that says "controlled by," and you can put chaotic
Oh.
there.
That's excellent. All right.
Yeah.
I learn new things about this platform every day. There you
Yeah.
go. Should be all yours, Kadek. Let me know if you have any trouble.
Nope, I've got it. So I will just slowly make my way whilst any other roleplay happens. So
Okay.
Okay.
And Ebby's gotta go feed the doggo, so
Yep.
move her along.
And she'll just flutter back down, just saying like, "Yeah, it looks like they've been expecting us. Everything looks to be just as good as long as after we get around the ridge here."
Good.
sure they are hungry.
As you pass this stump, please go ahead and roll me perception checks. Okay, Sheer and actually everyone but Solar, you will see poking out of the earthen area underneath the stump, an area that seems to have been cleared of snow. Two little rabbits shivering in the cold. They look at you fearfully, and it does not take an expert to know these poor critters are not likely to survive the night, based on how skin and bones they are and the status of their hidey hole.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna. You know what? Is it possible to take out like half of a thing of rations?
Yeah, no, as long as it's from your personal store, that shouldn't be an issue.
That it is. She's gonna take out some leafy goodies as we pass by. Just kind of casually cast it to the little cliffside base here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me handle animal if you have it.
I do. God damn!
Oh, they're interested, all right. In fact, as soon as they see the sort of, I'm assuming it's some sort of bread or something, as soon as they see it in your
Bread,
hoof,
mixed veggies.
yeah, they come right up to you. Sniff, sniff. Sniff, sniff.
Come on. This is the worst way anyone can go out. Help yourselves. Come on. That's
They
right.
chew on it happily, looking up at you with those big black eyes of theirs. One of them brushes against your hoof and starts away for a moment, then very gently presses against your hoof again.
Yeah. Good luck out there, little guy. We all need it right now.
Is cold out here. Maybe we should bring with. There is space in my pack.
Hadn't thought of that. What do you think, little guys? Want a little warmer place?
And I'll just make a handle animal as well, but this will just be an aid to Mists. So
Yeah, I won't.
Okay.
You're A-okay. Between the two of you, congratulations. You now have 2 small rabbit companions, which I was absolutely not expecting.
Well, there you go.
I'm a kind, gentle giant.
Yeah.
Well, so long as you're looking after them and feeding them properly.
All right,
Sit there and
Mom.
make sure they are. Make sure they are good and strong before they go back home, wherever
Yeah.
their home is.
You see
Good
Vale
idea.
as you do that, she sort of like just rolls her eyes, but like she like when she realized that you had seen 2 little hairs, she probably like you almost caught her maybe going over there herself.
Aww.
She's just playing the bad guy.
They
Nothing
are
wrong.
now in my bag.
All creatures deserve warmth under Celestia's sun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mistsheer.
Sometimes.
No,
Yes?
sorry, you first, and then I will have my thing in a second.
Just gonna mutter to herself. Sometimes it's sometimes we all gotta scavenge a little.
Do me a favor, Krethali, or Mistsheer, I'm sorry, Krethali was the other name. Give yourself 1 temper. Well, actually, you know what? I'll roll this for you. Fuck me running. 4 temporary hit points. You feel warm. You feel a little bit of reflected love from these little rabbit kids here.
Hey.
All right.
It seems to keep the chill out a little.
Would you look at that?
Thanks, Celestia's dad.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, am I?
You have outpaced me.
It's all right.
Oh,
All right.
All right.
So this is a bit of a rise here. You see the cliffs slightly obscured by the trees here. And this, unfortunately, is your second encounter of the evening. An incline with ice.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm back.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
I'm back. What I miss?
We are-
I've
Incline.
adopted some rabbits.
We have picked up some rabbit friends, and we are now trying to get up an icy incline.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, well, let's get that rope again.
Perhaps
Um,
is best to pull up the incline from the top where one can get better footing.
Actually, as you as you gather here and begin assessing your options, you hear a whistle from over by the front door here. And I will show you
Hey.
the other two that have shown up alongside the lieutenant.
Yo.
Yeah. One
Somebody's
of them
gotta be the
absolutely
cheerful
just Makoto Kusanagi, and I did not plan that at all, but Sam ran with it.
I love it.
And one is just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, she is. She fixes you with a grin of glee, and in fact, if any of you notice that, sense motive.
All right.
I will sense that.
As they and their dogs approach.
Oh my god.
That smile is fake.
She and I are wearing the same
The
coat. Hers is white.
The exact opposite, Ebby. That is the most genuine smile you've seen since you hit the fucking trailhead. New people, new ponies, new unicorns, possibly new mages.
Yo.
Happy
She
to
is
make new
beyond
friends.
excited.
Yes.
Oh there, so you're having a spot of trouble with your cart. Is there anything we can offer to assist?
Care to pull a rope?
Well, absolutely.
All right, I will grab the rope again, I guess.
Okay.
Fly up.
A little more of Her Highness's son might help too, if you can manage.
What?
Alas, that's a bit outside my power, but he whistles, and the dogs jump to assist as well.
I'm currently
gonna-
covering somebody. Oh, never mind, they're moved.
Nope. I'm just helping you get some of the rope tied to this end of the cart down here.
I'm just getting ready to climb up this ridge. So,
All right.
with my
no
athletics
strength
check.
checks required this time, but yep, very well observed, Chaotic. I will need from those who are crossing the ice on foot to make me an acrobatics check or an athletics check, whichever is lower.
Lower.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's see it.
See, this is how we make disadvantage actually fun.
Yes. Yes, we do. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right.
Woo!
My God.
You fucking Pinkie Pie pronk across the ice.
I'm gonna
Even
I'm
do the
gonna
little
use,
boing, boing, boing sound effect.
Yep.
Mist is going to be fluttering behind the walkers and the cart to make sure that like all the goods stay like stable as they go across the surface.
Gotcha.
And it is fun to find that my strength doesn't help me as much, but my careful footing will.
Ooh.
So,
You have had to deal with slippery, slick surfaces in the mines before. When water would burst in from an underground reservoir, when you'd run across a glass seam or something that spanned the entirety of a cavern, you've learned to be careful.
exactly.
So, and actually, that is all of you. You all, with a little help from your friends, make it up without incident.
Okay.
Goodbye with a little
Wee.
help from my friends. Come on, bunnies.
Hi, pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, welcome. We've been expecting you. Guti, the rabbits look a little bit concerned about the wolf dogs here, but look to you for guidance.
Just stay
They
around.
can hide. They can hide in my pack if they want. I have extra saddlebags.
Yeah.
Well, Guti.
Hey, head on over to Uncle Dream over here, huh?
Okay.
Probably feel a little uneasy around these guys.
Are they a couple of angel bunnies?
As far as you know, they're just rabbits. But
No, his ancestors.
Oh, right.
400 years of bunnies. It best keep them alive, otherwise, time
Yeah.
paradox.
Butterfly effect,
So, Dream, go ahead and add 2 rabbits to your inventory.
2 rabbits in my inventory. How much do they weigh?
Oh, they're about
Negligible.
2.5 pounds apiece.
Easy. I can carry that. It's still in my light load. We're perfectly fine.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
The dogs watch them with interest.
I watch the dogs with a crossfire.
Distrust. While that's happening, Vale is gonna look to this purple-haired pony ahead of her. I'm assuming she's got her sword with her.
Mm-hmm. Slung over one shoulder in a sheath.
She's gonna recognize it as someone recognizing fellow warrior. Say, Vale, hope we're not too late.
Not at all. We did have a few weeks left of provisions, says the commanding officer here. You can intuit, both by the rank pips on his collar and the bearing with which he addresses you. We had a few more months. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, is he higher rank than me?
Depends. What's your rank?
Oh my god. Fuck. What are pony ranks?
Probably
I'd
the
say
same as
she's.
the army. I don't know.
I'll say she's higher than just a normal little private because you know,
Sure.
she has done her time. She has served. She's probably not like
A
general.
Corporal?
Like
Is that the one that comes afterwards?
Actually,
I'm trying to
like-
remember.
After private,
Like-
yes.
like Flash
Yeah.
Sentry rank, kind of.
I don't know.
Corporal would come after private, and then after
Yeah.
that, I think would be either sergeant or there's
Sergeant.
special ones if you're like an
Yeah,
expert
there's-
at something, a
there's a
specialist. I
bunch.
think.
There's
Yeah.
a bunch. We'll just say she's round like lower mid tier.
Yeah, you
Either
You
a
did
high
actually-
corporal or a sergeant or something.
You received a small number of commendations for your service, and you did, in fact, once you left the military, you left with a rank of Lance Corporal.
Ooh. Okay.
That makes sense. Polearm, Lance. Hey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, there you go.
It's a
Hey.
pun.
She in that case, assuming this guy is higher rank than me,
Mm-hmm.
Probably an
She will-
officer of some kind, I assume.
yeah,
He's
she will
lieutenant.
stand to attention and do kind of a more half-hearted salute, not like a proper one, but just it's been a long day salute.
At ease, soldier. We're not too worried about formalities round here.
Oh, good.
Squad lead, Mistsheer, salute with a wing, reporting with goods for duty.
Yes, forward scout and obviously a bubbly personality yourself. Please, by all means, let's get in out of the cold, everyone.
Where do you want cart?
Oh, just anywhere. You can park it next to the fish racks if you want, and it should make it easy to get things in the door. Just try not to block the door to the loo.
So long
He
as
says,
so long as no animals you think are gonna come and take it from it.
Oh well, I was assuming we were going to move all of the goods inside.
Oh.
Since this is a resupply mission and all.
Pardon me.
We're just gonna leave them outside all night. It's fine.
I was like, yeah, are we gonna what? Are we gonna just leave them in the boot? What's going on?
So I'll probably take a bit of a wide turn as I make it so I can kind of end up like that. So wide turn in front of the door, park there. So
The purple-haired earth pony whistles for the dogs and goes inside without a word.
How do you handle earth ponies and unicorns climbing this slope every day?
Well, I suppose you've noticed that we have a sort of a base camp set up here. We don't really wander down too far. We have our orders, of course, to observe the border and any activities thereon. but we seem to manage. You know, we have snowshoes and things.
Is long day.
I'm
Goes
glad.
in
No
love.
worries there. I brought a pair myself.
Just gonna
Well, spot on.
scribble something in my notes while we're hitting.
I'm just glancing
Yep.
kind of side-eyed at
Just still smiling, just like right up next to your cheek, like, hi.
Precisely that.
Yeah.
She is vibrating with excitement.
Oh, new unicorns. It's been so long. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Rings like Fractal. But you can call me Rings.
Crimson Velvet.
Oh, pleasure, an absolute pleasure.
She does not wait for your permission, instead just grabs your hoof to shake it.
And still like looking at my book, but just like offer a hoof. It's like Moonlight, and not looking at her.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you as well. Truly, it's been so long since we've had new unicorns up here. I would, and you both seem to be mages. I can sense it on you.
Well,
Lift my lower my notebook. Not a mage,
I
exactly.
don't want to toot my own horn, but let's see. What do we got here?
As he toots his own horn.
As I toot my own horn, exactly. As I cast myself a little bit of prestidigitation to clear out just like just a small cubic foot of snow nearby.
Her eyes somehow manage to get even bigger.
Oh, wow! I haven't seen a prestidigitation that good since I left the Heartland.
Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
Well, let's head on inside and get warm. And we've been traveling for a little while.
Rings, leave the poor caravanners alone, would you? Had a long day.
Shoot. Start working on
Supplies just like go out.
You're so
Roll
cold.
supplies off the wings and can suddenly move again.
probably
Oh, and it is delightfully warm in here. Anyone who suffered any non-lethal damage from cold has that restored.
Probably gonna bump myself against the wall for not looking at where I'm going to, and then
I'm surprised it doesn't freeze on the way down. It's so cold here. As I leave the loo and start carrying things inside.
It was not pleasant, but you did have the benefit of both a curtain and a door.
Fair.
Well, now that we're inside, I suppose
Grabbing
it's
whatever's
finally-
left.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, a good time to break out this. As Vale is gonna pull from her saddlebags a large bottle of Applejack, which I'm gonna assume in this world is just Applejack cider.
Hey,
Absolutely.
here it
Lakers
is.
still around right now.
400 years of apple acres.
We've been around for 5 million years.
I mean, I'm sure Granny Smith is like a toddler by now, right?
No. Something like that. I
With
mean,
the
she
glue
was
and-
there for Ponyville's founding, apparently. So, you know,
Very
Oh my
true.
God.
technically,
She's just immortal.
yeah.
Well,
She's actually a lich, I should have known.
actually, this offers an excellent opportunity for us to roll knowledge nature or knowledge law. Since your gal here did mention the Heartland.
Nature.
So you do
Here's a
nature, I'll
nature
do
roll.
lore. I'll do lore.
Okay?
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I don't live in the
Oh,
Hey!
Tremendous.
there it is.
So there is a beautiful fertile crescent right underneath Mount Cantor, where the capital is. It's undeveloped land, beautifully bounteous. Wheat, grain, flowers, anything you could want grows there. Apples, raspberries, delicacies beyond the dreams of avarice. But it's never been settled. Only farms, as far as the eye can see.
Okay, but why though?
Because it's good for farming.
Because it's good for farming. And any townships would, one, and you know this from your knowledge lore because you are tremendous at that, would get in the way of the official domain of Canterlot, right? The outlying farms of Canterlot. And, in fact, there was a treaty signed at one point between a group of Earth Pony merchant guilds and the Crown, an agreement that said, for a space of 250 to 300 years, this place would remain undeveloped, so that Earth Pony farmers and farming interests could develop it in their own way.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So this one is still bouncing after you, by the way, as you ruminate on all of this. But as the gloop and sloosh of the Applejack resounds throughout the tiny space, all ears prick to it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, tremendous.
Well, I thought I'd bring this with me as a, good little prize for a job well done. So?
Is cold outside does not need to be cold inside.
You're right. And when you're right, you're right. So let's make it even colder inside the right way. She's going to flutter over to the wall here, take out her violin.
Very good. Oh, yes, absolutely. Everyone, let's go ahead and get the benches and things ready. I think it's close enough to sunset now that we can safely call it dinner time. C, is that stew of yours ready? The sergeant glowers at him. But, in the background, out the windows and out the door, you can see that, in fact... Stop that. Stop that.
Oh dear.
Light is falling.
Hey,
Nice.
there it is.
Transition!
Yeah. Without having to leave the map.
Yeah.
So, in short order, the benches are brought out. The lieutenant disappears into the back and comes back with 2 large bottles of ale.
Ooh.
To add to the Applejack.
To the Applejack. And as you gather round the table, you see a delightful assortment of breads, cheeses, what appears to be a blueberry pie, and some pork sausage have been arrayed for your consumption.
We eat meat.
The leather ones do.
Oh. I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in fact,
Omnivorous.
The sergeant looks at you, Chaotic, and at you, Vale, and says, I also brought up some fish from the river if you'd like me to serve up.
Oh, yes. Please, thank you.
A very slight sort of just kind of... What's the right word again? I know there's a word for it. Squint my eyes at her a little bit for a second, and then go, I will have one, yes. Thank you.
Go ahead, and you can... Chaotic, I will let you roll whatever you would like from a combination of sense motive, perception, and knowledge nature to make some determinations about her.
Ears twitch at the mention of fish.
Here's a perception.
Yeah. She is, you can tell, just from the curve of her wings, well, her not wings, she's an earth pony, from the way her body is structured, the composition of her ears, the way they end in little tufts, she's very similar to you.
So the squint turns into a sort of spark of, oh, and that's when I say, oh, yes, I will take one. Thank you.
And did I hear that, Guti, you were interested as well?
Maybe. I guess that kind of is a little background. I don't have lore to roll for it, but would Pegasus be interested in fish, perchance?
You've got to eat what you can get out on the high seas, right?
Or in the skies, sure.
Yeah, the high skies. Those skies.
Skyfish. Go swing through the clouds.
Mm-hmm. Certainly heard stories about those in the past. So she adds a small plate of roast fish to the table as well.
Well,
but yes, please, says the lieutenant. Please, let's not all stand around. Let's, make yourselves at home. Make yourselves comfortable. There's room for all.
I am big, so I am waiting for others to move.
Flies over to the bench side.
All right.
I'm gonna go where the pie is.
Very good. Slide in wherever you would like.
I suppose I am here, although... I'm trying to figure out where the rabbit friends can sit and eat and be away from the dogs.
Who continue to look at you with interest.
I will look at them with interest. And maybe a slight, maybe an intimidate, like, not food, don't touch. If you'd like an intimidate.
You are welcome to roll that if you would like.
27. Do not touch rabbit. Not for you.
They are down on all fours, and they no longer hold eye contact with you.
And that's when I'll let the rabbits on the table to partake as part of my meal. And if they wish to also go pick at mists as well.
I am interested, kind of. That sausage you have there, does that, go with anything in particular? Complimentary-wise?
The mare has been, staring down at her plate of cheese and bread and looks up. I'm sorry. I think you might be able to cut a slice off the bread. I think some slices of that and maybe the cheese, that would make a nice bite.
That sounds interesting.
Would you like me to?
Oh, certainly. How could I refuse? Meat's very hard to come by these days.
Oh, don't I know it? And she does, deftly, cut you up a slice of bread, slather it with cheese, and, you note, puts it out on her sword and holds it over the fire.
Ooh, give it a roasty.
Within seconds, the blade has heated, the bread is toasty, the cheese is melty, and with a deft flip of her jaw, she slides her makeshift pizza board over to you.
I catch it in my plate. Enchanté.
Don't get to show off very often around here.
Gulp.
So,
just one big
rings like fractal, right?
I'm sorry, say again?
Rings like fractal.
One more time, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Just call her rings like fractal.
Yes. Actually, now that you mention it, before you do anything else, do you have knowledge lore? Does anyone who has met her have knowledge? Well, Wuten does. Let me slow down. Go ahead and roll knowledge lore on that name.
I do not have it. Just Arcana and Nature.
I will. You can roll a straight intelligence check. Okay.
Oh wait, no. Whoa! Plus.
I'm hoping that as an alchemist you have a plus.
Yes. Plus 4.
Okay. Both of you will know this, and in a moment, when the gentleman at the head of the table introduces himself as well, you will know this about him too. That name construction is not at all like either of yours. That is something that the nobility do, and it's something they picked up from the deer, trying to be very fancy and very figurative with their naming conventions.
Okay.
So that may tell you a thing or two about these two.
So, rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you prefer rings like fractal?
Oh, no, rings is fine.
You mentioned you were interested in magic. Are you a mage yourself?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I grew up on the streets of Canterlot, you see, and I had to sort of teach myself, but, I learned to sort of,
And here she starts looking at the disapproving eye of her boss.
I learned to fend for myself and to learn how to survive in the streets, but also with a little bit of magic.
And this is the part where I tell you that she's an eldritch scoundrel.
Ooh.
Fascinating.
Kindred spirit, you and I.
Precisely.
Fascinating.
Yes. And speaking of which, I think a round of introductions are in order. For myself, I am Lieutenant Glimpsed by Starlight. This is my second in command, Sergeant Seaspray, and of course you've already met Private Rings like Fractal. Unfortunately, Private Cirrus is out on patrol and does not appear to be interested in joining us this evening, but hopefully we'll see more of him shortly.
Is he gonna be okay staying the night out there?
He's done it before. I'm afraid he's a bit, how would you say,
Or stubborn?
well, there's certainly that.
Mouthful of food.
Just the whole sandwich in her mouth.
It is, by the way, Guti, delicious. It is a sausage flatbread in a time when that sort of thing shouldn't even exist.
She is in heaven right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
But speaking to the veterans specifically, the lieutenant says, he's what you might call latrine cleaning material.
Ah, I see.
The table goes appropriately silent at that.
John's gotta do it.
I slurp up a sausage.
But yes, please, do tell us all a little bit about yourselves, how you came to be here, and I believe you're with North Sun, right? That was supposed to be this month's delivery.
That's correct.
Yes.
It's, I guess I'll start up here, I suppose. Crimson Velvet, Bard and Cleric of our Sun Princess. Let's see. I'm
Stallion of the Cloth. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and of course, any stallion or mare who worships Our Lady is, of course, welcome here, and we are very grateful for your presence.
Thank you. And for what it's worth, looks at Rings Like Fractal.
Mm-hmm.
I started my journey of faith in Canterlot as well, but one thing led to another, and here I am.
Really? Wow, we must have been neighbors back in the day. You know, neighbors.
There will be a small huh from the end of the table, and then you look, and then it's like he didn't even move. Like, what? Nothing happened. Don't look.
Nothing happened. Don't look at me.
Moonlight tried to not laugh, but there's a small, just like a little snort coming out.
Nice.
She
beams.
just a polite smile. Well, maybe so.
Was there anyone in the city in particular that you were? The market district, or well, I suppose for you it would have been the temple district, right?
Yes, the Temple District.
Oh, very good, very good. I never stole from the clergy, you understand. It was only ever the ponies with too much money in their pockets.
Don't. Holds up a hoof. We all have to make do when we're going through life. You need not worry of judgment on my end.
Oh, thank you. I would love for us to get off on the right hoof, you know?
Of course.
Especially if we're going to be sharing tricks and tools of the trade.
Well, if there's anything in particular you'd like to know, please feel free. I have a veritable wealth of knowledge at my disposal.
Her mouth opens as though she's about to barrage you with another arrow flight of questions, but fortunately her commanding officer here takes the initiative and shoves a piece of cheese in her mouth.
Oh,
Precisely that noise.
I've had to do something similar with this one.
So then,
Unfortunately, it
yourself.
hasn't ever worked. She just talks right through it.
No, it's like a bottomless pit.
So how about you, the alchemist?
Yes. Well, I think I mentioned my name, Moonlight, too. Just a humble alchemist. More a researcher by passion. Couldn't help but notice, actually, if you don't mind me prying. You're not named like we usually do. And I mean, I know Rings mentioned she's from Canterlot, but I cannot help myself with thinking of deer culture. Are you by any chance acquainted, or?
Oh yes, my family traces their lineage back to old Elysium, you know. We got on very well with the deer there.
Oh. Fascinating. I might ask you about them in a bit. I am quite interested about other creatures.
Of course. I'm an open book.
And of course, if your outpost would be in need for some potion supplies, I am more than happy to provide, just with the funding, of course.
Of course. C attends to all of that, don't you see? Perhaps after dinner you two could speak further on the subject of current potion stocks? Yes, sir. As soon as I finished my meal. And how about you, the big strapping stallion down at the end?
as a loaf of bread disappears.
Just,
He is also a big
Just
boy.
an
He also
entire-
eat. Dreamcatcher was minor once. Now working for what was the company that was bringing the stuff up this way again?
Sun.
North Sun. Okay. Was a miner. Now doing work for North Sun. Someone needs to pull cart.
That's quite the accent you've got there, my boy. You wouldn't happen to be from old Muscovy, would you?
I'm going to assume that there are mines in that area, so.
Actually, go ahead and roll me, since you don't have law, just go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
Okay. $15.
Not where you're from, but it is certainly a Leatherwing enclave of some renown. It's possible he's making assumptions.
Where are you
So
from,
you said it
Chaotic?
was. I don't know enough about the land to know exactly. I just know I came from a mine. That's about it. So
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that's about all you know.
I'm happy to, I'm happy to just build it as it goes. You just let me know. But so you said it was called Moose something?
Muscovy, so like
Muscovy.
Moscow, but Musco.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Nice.
because we have to have puns.
Yeah, it's got to have the pun names.
Oops.
So pause for a second. Look at him partway. No, I'm not from Muscovy. As I eat another piece of bread.
Well, my apologies, my mistake. And how about you, soldier?
Oh, me? Well, where would most leather wings be from? Was it Mistwalker, you said?
Well, that's
From one
one
place.
enclave. They
I will
You know
merely
that
finish and add that now I guess maybe it makes sense where his accent could come from. So there we go. That's it. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Background, yay. Anyways.
Yeah. You do know that leatherwings are interspersed throughout the population. They have some enclaves of their own. There's supposed to be talk of another one down in the southwest that's supposed to be opening up to applications soon. New colonial expansion called Dragon's Run. But there are nowhere, Ebony. You, however, are from Huffington.
Okay. Oh, well, I suppose I come from Huffington myself, but, well, I never really stayed there long, honestly. I was, early to leave the nest, as my feathered friend here would say.
Yes, of course. And I can tell you served, I assume, in the war?
Yeah. Probably a little, younger than I should have, but, you know, with youngness comes, well, strong feelings of adventure, naive, you know.
Of course. And Celestia's calling knows no bounds of age or tribe.
No. Though, I do think I should probably have gone in with a bit more sense. Would have saved me a few less scars, you know?
Well, so say we all, he says, tracing an absent-minded hoof across his cheek.
Well, brings out your character.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
I hope it helps me carry with some distinction, you know.
I'd say so. Or at least
This
I'd like
one
to think the
rolls
same
her
for
eyes.
myself. What about you, though? She, turns to the pink-haired pony here. You serve?
Yes, I did. I was... Well... Battle of Three Rivers.
Do I know that?
You have profession soldier, yes?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll that.
Would I know that?
If you, yeah, go ahead and roll it on law.
Lore.
Okay, so that's the 26.
Yep.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of the bloodiest battles of the last Griffin War. Massive casualties on all sides. Months of trench-based warfare.
Oh.
Heavy ballistas kept being brought in on both sides. Both sides' materiel finally ran down, and the war had to be conducted on other fronts. But the death toll, while still being counted, is numbered in the tens of thousands.
Just gonna brief pause mid-bite at that mention. Slight eyes widening, and then just continue onward.
Do you think
Eating
I
silently.
would have been in that one? Or is that
Roll
one?
me
we don't-
a straight d20.
Tell you what, yeah. 17.
You were on the eastern front, or I'm sorry, the
All
southern.
quiet on the eastern front.
Yeah. You were on the southern front of the field. You were
Okay.
part of a reconnaissance detachment that was responsible for skirmishing with the Griffins in the air over the field.
She is going to raise her hoof in recognition. Yeah, I was on the southern side. Recon, Leatherwing stuff, you know, night raids.
Of course, I was dead center.
Rough. Really. and just kind of gives her a look of, you know, understanding.
Mhm.
You know, that they've seen some similar things that they probably don't care to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Another sausage slurp from the end of the table.
Hey, save one of those for me.
How many
Look,
of them have you had so far?
It's just
As
he
you're
just
like, you're- as
slurps
you're
up a
like
whole
s-
line.
like, yeah, as you're slurping up a line like spaghetti, she like grabs the last one on the end before it reaches your teeth.
First come, first serve.
I am not sure we are supposed to consume that much meat.
Well, he's a growing boy.
I'm saving the greens for the rabbits.
He's a big guy. He can have
Says as I. Are there any like flowers or anything on the table as well?
Yeah, we can spoil ourselves a little bit in conditions like this.
There is a small bowl of greens, not pictured, and also what appears to be a very large tray of an orange round fruit you don't recognize.
Oh, I'm gonna try those.
It's sharp. It's almost like lemon, but a little bit tangier.
I'm gonna grab me a few of those. So, actually, would this mean that our job is complete?
Well, I suppose so, but I wouldn't want you to feel like you had to leave in the middle of the night. At the very least, let's wait till morning and, you know, get you all situated, get another warm meal in your gut, and send you on your way. You're welcome to stay as long as you like, especially if this blizzard persists.
Did Mist get introduced as well? Trying to remember everybody's names again.
Nope.
No, I may have.
I think she
accidentally
got
skipped
like
Mist.
I think she got caught up. in
Nope,
all
I got
the-
passed over.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Well, actually, let's see if the man catches that. And of course, I am Lieutenant. What's his name? 'Cause I've made
Glimpsed
this hard
by
on myself.
Starlight.
Lieutenant Glimpsed by Starlight. Glad to be your host this evening, and for as long as you wish to stay. And I seem to be forgetting someone. Oh yes. The sprightly mare who jumped over the treetops and let us know you were coming.
Link. As foam drips down the now empty tall glass of ale that she just finished. Mistsheer, former squad lead to a loose state from earlier. Adventurous heart and former special ops back during the Griffin War days. Now condemned to fly in whatever shade cast by Her Majesty's sun till its heat melts my wings and I fall with wheresoever grace remains. Sorry, I was probably the L talking a little. Well, regardless these days, I'm ever grateful for the perfectly placed net that caught me and gave me a second chance here. Grateful that such hard work and honorable work can score a tired mare a meal and company like this.
Go ahead and roll diplomacy.
Right?
Because when you said that first thing, eyes around the table. Jesus. Eyes around the table darkened, but as you go on, they see it as a combination of drink and perhaps the road, and spirits are lightened again. That being said, I'll give this one to you for free since you rolled a fucking 20. Sea spray here. Every time her commanding officer speaks to or about a new person, she glowers at him surreptitiously, but you can tell there's some bad blood there.
Between the two of these.
Between these two, yeah.
Okay.
But you diplomanced so well that you were able to determine this simply by watching everyone's reactions as you said your piece.
Well.
Very good. Glad all the introductions are made, and of course we've already all introduced ourselves. We tend to keep things a little quieter here after sundown, of course. Keeps the cold out, as long as we're all around the fire and such.
Let's keep the heart. I'm going to get the hearts warm as well, if anyone's so willing. She shows her violin in her wing.
Please, by all means. That would be tremendous, and I'll go and grab us another round of ale.
Where is Applejack?
Here, right here.
Not born for another 100 years or so.
400.
Not you.
400 years.
I don't even know who you're talking about. Here's some alcohol.
Cup gets Applejack, drinks Applejack. Like water.
I will toast.
He will toast you back.
I'm going to play a warming melancholy type of thing. I'm going to actually post a link to it in the chat.
Oh.
Tremendous.
Oh.
I'll see if I can slap it in the stream here, assuming it's not going to, demolish Wuten's monetization.
Well, it's going to sound like a duet, but it's actually more of like a. Just imagine that it's being a solo versed thing. So.
Right.
Well, the benefit of this formula.
Let me see.
Some melancholy, but invitingly warm.
Yeah.
You getting it?
Yep.
Awesome.
And yeah, this shouldn't hit my monetization. Should be good.
Nice.
Video game music tends not to.
Yeah.
Good deal. That's what I've been
Unless
using
it's
too.
fucking Ubisoft.
Well, yeah, but they're assholes.
Yeah.
Known quantity, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and I apologize if you're hearing any tapping on this end. My mouse keeps hitting my microphone, so I've moved things to potentially avoid that.
You're fine.
So as this nice bit of music is playing, there is an extra blast of wind. That one from outside. And Wuten, you were thinking you were going to think something over earlier. Would you like to roll that again?
Yes. Yes, I would. That was D20 plus lore. 26.
Excellent. The warm fire, the warm food, the warm beer has jogged your memory, helped you slough off a little of the cold, which is good because you know precisely what is supposed to scream through the valleys of dead battlefields, places where war has come, places where there is indecision and disunity.
Yep. The Wendigos. Yep.
I wondered.
Yeah. So, I will, as Mist is playing this this tune, I'm going to whip just sort of perk up, whip around to Dreamcatcher.
Mm-hmm.
Dreamcatcher, do you recall the sound that you heard across the bridge earlier today?
Yes. Why?
Well, I think I may... The cold may have prevented me from remembering at the time, but getting in here has jogged my memory. Are you familiar with Wendigos?
Am I familiar with Wendigos?
Spring
if you
pops.
do
Not
have-
really.
Perfect timing. That was great. If you do not have knowledge lore, I will need you to go ahead and roll me intelligence or wisdom, whichever is higher.
I'm also legitimately happy to say that I don't, because I don't think I would have come from somewhere that would have. So
Yeah.
Okay.
You come from down south, where it's warm.
I will say no. Is
Well,
name for wind that goes through canyon.
not quite.
Wait,
And
I thought they were, like banished.
well, given
Wasn't that
everything
the
that's
whole-
happened in the area, especially in the last few decades, I'm not surprised. And I will explain it as Cygnus explained it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's a place where they thrive in places where disharmony and war and strife and bitter cold reside.
You are saying is thing and not wind.
Yes.
Well-
Quick question, Cygnus. Is the
Yes.
story of hearths warming still canon in this universe?
Yes.
All right. In that case, I would like to roll a perform oratory to tell the story of hearths warming.
Are you gonna cosplay as Counselor Pudding?
No, I'm not going to cosplay as it, but I am going to perform oratory to tell
You could use
the
some
story.
prestidigitation.
Are you gonna sing all the
Can I-
songs?
Would I be able to aid to follow him along to see if I can follow along his tone with my instrument?
I would
You
be
absolutely
disappointed.
would.
I would be disappointed if you didn't.
Good. That's the answer I like to hear.
Natural
Why is it always
fucking
all
20.
Oh.
No matter what I end up doing, I
Look at
always
that.
somehow skirt right around Bard.
Why?
26.
So
Man.
34 on the retelling of the tale.
Hell yes.
Everyone will be enraptured.
Enraptured, and not only that, even Sea Spray, who looked down at her plate when you mentioned the Wendigos, will look up and you'll see a smile crack even her face. Rings, meanwhile, is bouncing in her seat.
55 vibration, just.
Mm-hmm. Very pinky cool.
Very.
See,
very.
me and Crimson, we get along.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody else can glare at me until their eyes fall out, but me and Crimson, we own it.
Mm-hmm.
Another round of ales is passed round as he leaps sprightly over the counter here and resumes his seat. And Wuten, I will let you play this out if you would like, but if not, you do the retelling. It is several hours worth. If there's anything that you would like to highlight in particular when you are retelling it, now is your opportunity.
Nothing necessarily in particular, but the story.
We're talking
of,
about the Wendigos,
yeah,
right? So
talking about the Wendigos specifically, and also how they were vanquished, where everyone came together to, in unity rather than bickering amongst themselves.
Do we also hear the Christmas Carol version?
No, it's not the Christmas Carol, because
he did perform oratory, not singing.
Yeah.
yes,
While he winds it down.
I'm a speaker, not a singer.
Yeah. As he winds down the tail, I end with the pony version of Silent Night.
Oh, nice.
There might be one part of the story that she never heard before since he nat 20'd. So she'll just suddenly stop playing and during a phrase and be like, "Oh, I didn't know that part," and then just continue.
I love it.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah. The
Picked up right
Uh,
where she left off.
the heretofore unknown mysterious love triangle in the middle of the story.
Oh my god.
A little embellishment.
Yeah,
you know?
little bit of embellishment, you know. But
Perfect.
who doesn't love a little extra oomph to the story, you know?
Mhm.
Love it.
When you mention romance, she's making moony eyes at you.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh.
somebody likes you.
But that
She's gonna.
Uh-huh.
She winks just like her little token.
Ah,
A
motherfucker.
wink that says, "If you need a wingmare, I got you."
She blushes
God.
profusely and disappears into her mug.
Brilliant.
And as you are winding down the tale, there is a sudden sound of hoofsteps from without. As the door bangs open.
Oh my God,
Hey,
so
Yo!
yeah, I'm back. I'm back, baby. How's everybody doing? Oh, we got new people.
Vale kind of just carefully lets go of where she propped her her poleaxe.
I am not looking respectfully.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, I
would-
love it.
While he is speaking, and while I am giving him a voice here, I
Uh-huh.
would like you to, like anyone who is paying attention and not utterly enraptured with the gentleman who just walked in, to roll me a sense motive check.
I'll do it.
Hey, so you folks are new. You must be that trade caravan we were talking about, yeah? Yeah. You're the new ponies in town. You're gonna be staying here a while, right? Or something? You're up food. Is that food? That must be the food.
Yeah,
Here, budge up.
a couple of days, yeah.
Honey is
The
good
cold
for
caught me off
town.
guard.
Gonna drink my ale. It's not touching my mouth. It's just spilling.
Understood. He reaches over the pair of you and takes an entire string of those sausages that you were talking about earlier, the ones that
You were
I was
slurping up like
Dreamcatcher
spaghetti.
was saving. Yeah. He does. He grabs about 3 times as many as you ate the entire course of the meal and the story and just slurps them up.
Yeah, I was out there. Probably 20 hours. That was brisk. That was fun. I should do that again sometime.
So those of you that were rolling sense motive, so that would be, in this case, for a success, that would be Solo, Wooten, and Dreamcatcher. These two share a very, very startled look.
Which two?
The commanding officers.
A startled look at him come just bursting in like that.
A startled look at each other
Gotcha.
when he bursts in.
If she can,
So-
Vale will kind of grab a try and see if she can catch their eye and just see if they can she's kind of just trying to infer to them silently. Question mark.
Yeah.
Is everything all right?
Glimpsed is already moving around the table, as is Rings. But for the briefest moment, you do share a glance with Sea Spray here. She. Something has gone wrong, but that's all that you can determine before she too is sliding around the bench here.
So I've noticed something, and I'm being somewhat guarded, but the only thing I say in response to him is, "You get lost on the way back or something."
Yes, that was about what I was about to ask, Private. You were supposed to report in 5 hours ago.
Don't worry about it, boss. I just kind of got a lot. It's like the pony said. I got a little lost on the way back. It's not exactly pretty flying conditions out there.
And I see that
Shrug.
you have
He's right.
you've returned without your armor and without your crossbow.
Yeah, I kind of lost him in an avalanche. You know, things happen.
Can
not a
I
big
sense?
deal, right?
Can I sense motive him?
Sense
You
the
sure
fuck
can.
out of
I'm
that
gonna
motive.
do that too.
Me too.
Fuck
I
it.
just
I-
lost it in a casual
Nobody
avalanche
in-
when I can't
Nobody
fly.
in this room is
I
fucking shit.
I
There
absolutely
we go.
believe him.
You choose to. You're like, nope, I believe you, good sir.
I'll be right back.
Oh,
Okay,
I-
let me roll.
I
something
didn't
for
trust him from the beginning. The moment he kicked the door.
Oh my god! Alarmingly, this is a very believable story. It's just something about his face. You can tell from the blank stare in his eyes, the way his beautifully sculpted chin just sort of lends credence to him. He's not very smart, but he certainly could be believed if he'd done that.
It's one of those you're stupid enough to pull it off.
he's so
Yeah.
he's so stupid, but he's so genuine. He's just stupid.
I see. Latrine duty.
Uh-huh.
Oh, for the love of... All right. The next one will come out of your pay, but go get yourself washed off, warmed up, and come sit by the fire. You'll have plenty of opportunity to meet our guests. All right, all right. Oh, hey, Rings. He ruffles her mane on his way past.
I will watch him as he goes, and then go back to munching on the last bit of bread that I've been munching on for the last couple of minutes.
He and Vale glare at him, glare at each other, glare at the sausages, eat the sausages.
Once he is in the bath, he draws the curtains, and that's all there is to it. You hear happy splashing.
At least he was back safe then.
Yes, I'm sorry you had to see that, but yes, welcome our fourth and the last among us, Private Cirrus.
Latrine duty.
Better than out in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think we can all safely say that.
I know Ebby is gone at the moment, but I will just like slide my hoof under her chin and just push the
The head that's staring at the curtains in a different direction.
close mouth, turn back towards food.
I am back. What happened, sir?
So Cirrus rizzed up the entire party. He's so genuine, but he's such an idiot. And then
love
went
him.
off
I-
and then went off to go take a bath while you were staring at him the entire way. And finally, I slide my hoof under your chin, close your open mouth, turn you back to your food. Give the stallion some privacy.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Well, I don't mind. It's been a while since I had any company.
It's so funny that out of all of the
He just said
characters,
that from the other side of the curtain.
it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
funny that out of all of the characters, the alchemist fell in love with the stupid one.
No, it's actually pretty fitting, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
she likes them dumb.
She likes them.
Fiery gif. Oh my
She likes
God.
them pretty and a little bit fucking stupid.
Himbo is a valid sexuality, all right?
It is a valid sexuality.
Yes.
God.
Mistsheer's going to come over here while during this commotion, talking amongst themselves, and try that sword grill technique that she was taught.
Okay. Do you have something metal with which to...
Yeah, my scimitar.
Nice. All right. So it seems to take a little bit longer, oddly, than her big-ass sword, but your blade does finally heat through, and within a few moments you have another delightful helping of sausage and cheese flatbread.
Hey, look
Dream
at
is
that.
he's gonna be watching with interest.
She's gonna flutter over, and when she sees you look, I'm like, "Want to split this? It's a pretty good combination."
I take.
You could do the whole sausage and you could call it a hot dog.
What?
They're not dogs; they're sausages.
One of the dog's ears flicks.
I take, and I take half, and I eat.
All right, throws it. Hum.
Nom nom nom, it is delicious.
Yes, I know that's German, not French, but still.
It's all good. Well, I'm sorry to perhaps cut the festivities off a little early this evening, but I think I need to speak with my second in command. We had some interesting sightings earlier in the day, and I believe we need to consult our maps. See, if you would. He steps gingerly between you, walks around the very attentive dogs. Side note?
No, she said she's gonna. That's her muttering aloud. Sightings.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the diamond dogs.
Well, I guess he didn't take the bait because he was. Because she watched him walk past because it was like not only did he make mention this with such importance, but it was with the importance of how much the rune changed. That was a little bit suspicious to her. She's got a keen ear for this sort of thing.
Well noted.
Vale will look to you. She'll note. Say, well, probably since we're just a caravan, they consider it classified.
Where will we be sleeping? Is what I will ask him.
I can take care of that. Let me show you to your rooms. We had some rooms made up for you, but I think we were only expecting 4 of you, so unfortunately there's only 4 beds. But,
She looks at you again.
Oh.
Crimson.
Oh.
I'm gonna push him in front of her.
You pull my head, I push you. It's only fair.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go on.
well,
She plays with her hooves, unhelpfully.
well,
I'm just gonna whisper into his ear, "Say yes, you idiot."
Well, I suppose Streamcatcher is probably gonna take a bed all his own. Looking up at horse. Are there any other, maybe like a cushion or a? I mean, I can sleep pretty much anywhere, really.
oh, well, there's a mat rolled out.
And she's staring at you, dead in the face. Her jaw seems to be having trouble finding the upper lip again.
But I didn't think that you might,
I'm gonna go. Zwip.
I'm gonna bap him on the head.
I'm gonna like you're gonna hear Vale slap you on the shoulder. Commiserations. That's all she says.
The
What?
curtains, by the way, as she disappears into the room, the curtains rip open and Muscles McStupid Head.
Yes.
Big McLarge Huge. Rip comes out and says, "Oh, are we fucking? Am I invited?"
Whoa! Just imagine he's up on like his hind legs, pulls it aside with his wing, just standing there,
Completely naked.
Rippling and dripping.
you know, rippling and dripping.
Oh,
You know,
Question:
doing the
did
helicopter.
Question: did he say that in the open?
yes.
I'm gonna
He just
like
boom.
I'm gonna bump Crimson with like my rump and just like move aside.
Thwomp.
Out the way.
Whoa.
If you're not taking a bed,
If you're not-
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
I'm getting it.
Yeah, like you can have my bed.
You can have mine.
He's backing away, just like, yeah, have at it, I guess. Sorry.
Just don't
even
have
Sky,
too much fun.
Yeah, even Sky Pirates have standards.
Dream
Ah,
just
great.
shakes his head and gives a little. She's just like more like amused than anything else.
Hmm.
Let's just hope that doesn't result in anything, you know. I'm not sure if there's well, you know,
Is on her.
Yep.
having a... No, I was more thinking, I don't want to have to carry any kids back down the mountain.
As I said, is on her.
And we're not staying here that long, are we?
Yeah, it's not gonna take. We're not staying for 5 months. I hope.
No.
Yeah.
I know it was a joke. You see, she says with a very deadpan face.
Well, it was a bad one.
All right.
Blows raspberry. Just more playfully, because she's also trying to turn the page over the fact that she did just actually finally use the word sky pirate after all this time. So
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
God, you're gonna make me-
can't expect me to have good humor, you know. I thought
No,
that was I thought
exactly.
that was a Sky Pirates thing.
exactly,
She says-
that's why
she
I'm
says,
here.
rolling her eyes.
Speaking of pirating, more food.
Yoink.
And Dream will give a loud yawn. The story give me the sleep.
Well, hopefully you sleep well after all that sausage.
Please don't.
He will look at you,
Hey.
and then he will begin to walk away.
That's the spin about this being on the channel. That's the spin.
This is your channel, but it isn't your channel.
I know.
Speaking of which, says Sirius, wrapping himself in a towel.
Speaking of sausage.
Speaking of sausage, since he just rolled a 7 on his diplomacy check, how's about I show you some fine produce, my lady?
Woo! Baby.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna put my hoof on his mouth. Shh, 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 shh. Don't talk, don't ruin it. Let's go.
There it is. There it
And the
is.
two of you disappear
Heyo.
into the bedroom together.
Oh gosh.
Fucking alright.
I'm going to say that I was mid drink of ale when he said that. Speaking of sausage, I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
shoot it
That
out my
pickup line
nose.
That pickup line was so bad that I have a piece of sausage blast out my nose and clink on the table, land in someone's ale, and I'm just like, that's
fucking deflect it with my shield.
I make sure to pick up the rabbits before I make my way to a room of some kind.
you're not the
I-
only
I-
rabbits here tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I am here to break all the stereotypes about bards.
I love it. Me too.
Good.
Oddly
Vale,
enough.
It should be.
Stops laughing. The hardest she has, like trying to control herself. The hardest she has since you started on this journey. And it's just
All right.
sick.
Midnight
leaving
snack,
that to
2:30 a.m. snack, 4:30 a.m. snack. I think I'm good to go.
Nice.
Eat them all at the same time.
Fuck me, Guti, you eat like me.
Have you met me?
What about second breakfast?
Going back for carbonara at 4 a.m.
God, that's such a mood.
Yes.
And I'll as we're walking along, you have any more of that Applejack by chance, Dale?
Here you go. Oh, by the way, hope those others weren't trying to proposition you too much. I know they can be a bit over their heads sometimes.
Well, hopefully this helps me with a bit of that confidence. And we'll make
It's
his
all
way.
right. Just get some rest, kiddo.
Wait, quick question. How old are you?
You know, actually, I should probably ask that before calling you kiddo. She's 25.
Oh, you're younger than you. All right, fair enough.
Do I get to post the clip?
Yes.
Excellent.
The what? What?
You hear him tapping.
What is going on?
Oh, you know which one.
I know
don't
the
know.
one. I
You
know
know
the
the
one.
Starts to panic.
I
can
know
see
the one.
Cygnus doing the Kermit the Frog
Yeah.
fierce typing.
It's not that, but I know what it is. I'm a year older than you.
Oh my god. Wait, actually, are you 24?
Crimson Velvet is in fact 24. Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you are
The-
in fact.
Yeah, you're
The
younger.
reason for that, I will say, I built this character in 2016. I was almost 24.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right, well, you know, it's probably good I didn't do that. Huh?
Brilliant.
Cygnus, was
I-
that something? And can
I
I
don't
roll
know.
perception for it?
Sure.
Okay. As we're having that conversation, hold that thought. 19.
You only saw it through the crack in the window, but boy, did something sure go by.
Gonna look at you two. You. Grab your weapons. 1 sec.
We have. Oh, whoa,
What?
whoa. We have names.
Whoa, what?
young lady.
Maybe we should just all go to bed. I think that would probably be safest, right? It's warm in here, and
If there's something out there.
no. We completed our patrol earlier, and I did that just now. That was what I was doing.
Rings. Excuse me, rings. Do you know what it is? If so, it might be good you tell us, if you'd kindly.
I mean, I just know what I was ordered to do.
Listen,
Just
kid.
make sure that you all get
Listen.
to bed.
I am really happy that you're trying to keep us all safe, but if there's something out there, I want to know what it is. Come on now.
I don't know. I just know that we're not supposed to go out in the cold and the dark.
Yeah,
From
on
the
the subject
back.
of perception rolls, there is
Ow.
a distinct squeaking coming from the back.
Ow. 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 When's it gonna be my turn? Ow. Ow. Ow.
All right, so let's think of it this way. We listened to the whole diatribe of the story of Hearthswarming. And if these, and say it is these mythical creatures, if that's the case, how's a bunch of little caravan travelers going to stand a chance against things that are basically the essence of winter?
Well, then maybe you shouldn't just go to bed.
Yeah, I'm starting to agree with you. It's dark out, it's freezing, and that was during the day. How cold it felt, you know?
Aren't
When you tried to
those-
cross that bridge earlier?
Aren't those fancy little window what's-its supposed to be, like, extinct or whatever? So, forgive me, but I'm more inclined to think it might be something else.
Stop
Worth a
there.
Look.
Stop there. Midway through that sentence, mere seconds after you say they're extinct, the window blows in, and there is a shriek from without.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm gonna slam the window shut if I
Oops.
can. Oh,
That should not. That do not read anything into that. That should not have
I
been
will
from
not.
him.
I will not, but I am gonna try and shut the window.
Okay.
Assuming I'm successful, she's gonna look at you and say, "Okay." I take it back, and looks at you all very quizzically.
You say it. shivering because that was 5 points of lethal cold.
Ooh.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
She rushes over and rips the latches out of your hooves, slams them shut, looks at you in terror.
We don't go out after dark.
Okay. At this point, you can see that all the kind of casual, laid backness of Vale has disappeared as she looks Rings in the eye and kind of gives her the glare that is on her character art right now. You need to tell me what's going on. And you're gonna tell me right now. And I'm
While
gonna
that's
roll
happening,
intimidation there.
Mist is going to dash over here, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I can still see like the outdoor cone here.
Mm-hmm.
She's mainly going to make sure, after seeing that happen, that avalanche of coincidences, if you'll excuse the pun, that this door is nice and secure.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna roll intimidate.
You roll intimidate, Guti roll perception.
Okay.
Huh. Okay.
17.
The door was not locked, and it swings open at your touch. And outside, you see...
Oh, shit.
oh,
Oh,
Huh. 4, very briefly, in the time that you have before your your subconscious takes over and you slam the door shut and lock it. Over their heads, you see dozens of indistinct spiritual shapes wafting through cloud and fog and blizzard. And it is a blizzard now. As the snow beats down in a merciless tattoo against the door, the roof, the barred windows. From there, we will take a pee break.
yeah, pee break
Pee
time.
break!
Woo! All right.
Hey!
Okay, we will be right
got
back,
the-
guys. We will see you in just a bit. And we're back. Hello, everyone.
Okay. So the last thing that occurred was Mistsheer. Words hard. Mistsheer looked outside, saw the Wendigos circling up in the sky and the blizzard building, slammed the door, and is now looking at all of you. What do?
So, call it a hunch, but I think Miss Rings might just be onto something, as I surmised.
Glare at Rings.
Stance motive, please.
I will call that bluff. 1 second. Nat 20.
Congratulations, Crimson. It's much worse than she's letting on with that smile of hers. It's a very nervous, yeah, we're not going outside kind of look.
Yeah.
Dreamcatcher has come back out of the hallway with a little sleep cap on, and he's just watching what's going on.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's amazing. Sola, just to confirm, did we actually resolve the intimidate check?
Yes, I rolled a 20 total.
Well, what I mean is, did we
Describe
determine what
happened.
she did in response?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you didn't.
Okay. So she is a trembling, quaking fear of mush now. You have dissolved her kneecaps with that intimidating stare.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I didn't think. I tried to warn you, and I'm no good at this.
Bursts into tears.
What?
Shoves past you. Slams the door.
She got a cat. Oh, nice job, Knight. Nice job.
Who the fuck said I was a knight? She kind of just growls at you a little bit. Listen,
Secures door.
I don't know what's out there, but they're hiding some stuff from us. Oh.
I see the
She
two of them
says-
come out behind me
She says, as they come out, peering around the door.
as I'm standing there and turn around to.
Well, and they address you. We heard the door slamming and some sort of noise from outside. Is everything quite all right?
I was coming to ask same.
I sure hope so, because it does not look great out there.
Listen,
Sorry, the door wasn't locked, so I was just seeing to it.
listen.
Understandable.
I don't know what is going on here, but I am going to need some answers real soon.
She looks very angry, so I move to the side to let her by.
She steps up and she stands at your side. Listen. I saw something out there. Now, it sounded very similar to my good red friend's here's little story. So it also seems that your friend Rings seems to know what they are, so I need to get some answers right now. You see, I was tasked with keeping all of the people in this caravan safe. So, if you don't mind, I would like you to help me do my fucking job.
I would like you-
Squeak, squeak.
I would like you to go ahead and roll me intimidate again, whether or not you meant to. Because very
Okay.
well done, very well acted.
That is a 24.
Love it.
She stands her ground. He recoils as though struck.
Mhm.
It's kind of like the suck in air through the teeth type gesture.
Mhm. Yeah, he is at a loss for words. Yes, his face is purpling. He looks extremely angry to have been, and I will give you this one for free, addressed in such a manner by an inferior officer, a subordinate.
Mhm.
But the sergeant steps up to fill the gap. Yes, it's true. We were not entirely honest with you about what has been going on around here.
we have had some difficulties, and my music has stopped. Bad thing. There we go. We've had some difficulties with our past caravans who were informed and either decided to bail on us, got scared, and were never heard from again, or who tried to make life more difficult on us once they were here. Charge more than the government was willing to pay, charge more than Celestia is able to afford. So, we had a little talk, didn't we, Lieutenant? And we said, okay, next group that comes up, keep them in the dark, we'll keep things nice and bright and happy. That's what we know keeps them out. We'll give it a shot.
Oh, right. I see. So keeping us in the dark about all the potential dangers on this mountain was just the perfect thing to do for us.
You know it works, soldier.
That remains to be
And
seen.
and about
And-
those spirits.
The look she fixes you with, Sola, is
Mhm.
the look of someone who shared that battle with you.
Mhm.
And that is what she is banking on to communicate this thought to you.
Tell you
All
what,
right.
let's all survive the night together. Then we can see what works. All right? Not.
Couldn't have
And-
said it better myself.
And while we're doing that, she says, kind of flying over between, like, just kind
Looking
of
over
fluttering
me.
in the air around above this conversation. Let's not forget the lovely tale told by our very own Crimson here. Got to make sure that animosity doesn't let them in. So if I need to break out my violin again, I will.
The window over here rattles in response to that statement.
I'm not here to make any more enemies. So, let's just put everything behind us, all right? See if we can, all work together. The
If
story was.
Dreamcatcher's going to sort of, because he's just been listening to everything, and he's going to say, if disharmony is what brings them, then why are they here? Would they not be elsewhere? Evening was nice. So what draws them here?
Unfortunately, this is the result of the war that we just fought throughout this entire place. The anger, the rage, the hatred suffuses the earth, the air, the snow.
I do not mean land in particular, I mean here.
Hey,
Something
Crimson,
seems to be drawing them close. Is it us, perhaps? Do they hunger after the flesh of ponies?
Hey, Crimson, come take a look at this over here real quick.
Hmm?
Something on the door.
Both of them are craning around trying to see what you are about to see, but
I will move out of the way when they do that, because I'm curious to kind of see too. So I move over so I can watch and see what they're doing.
She will also step back.
She's gonna mutter to him while we have this brief time to ourselves. And you can see on the door right here, I don't think they showed up until Smarty McGee rolled in. I could be crazy, but
I had that same thought too.
and okay,
Judging
if
by
we can
the
just
tra-
get this,
yeah,
go.
judging by the
we
trajectory,
can just
of the
get this
sun and
bar
the
right
moon.
here. Get this bar right here, and it should be well kept.
Assuming that it looks like they're just trying to double check the door.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will just turn back to
Yeah,
the other
we can-
two,
We can
Mm.
bar
As a-
this.
And he will resume it.
resuming the other conversation.
Yes,
It
but
seem-
you go first.
Go ahead. Yep.
Wooten?
I was just like securing. Oh. What
Pardon me, continue.
Welcome back.
Yeah. It was just continuing on with the bluffing with Guti there.
Understood.
Mhm.
Yeah, you are far enough away and look like you will know what you are doing enough that you do not need to roll for that.
Excellent.
Are you playing music at the moment, Cygnus?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not hearing it. I'm sorry.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
hear
hearing
it.
it either, I'm afraid.
All right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
BRB.
I love being roguish. I should do this more often.
Rogues are
Oh
fun.
my,
Yeah.
oh my god, you're such a silly Billy.
That's not the class name, but I want it to be.
It is. You are the silly Billy.
Is that an archetype?
Your powers are
Yes.
useless on me, you silly Billy.
You are an absolute muppet.
Why I love that one so much.
You fucking muppet.
It's like you just
Ran out of
poof,
technical-
What you
puff of smoke, and
fucking
suddenly
say?
I'm just like a fucking puppet-shaped character.
Yeah.
He's just moving around like a fucking
There we go.
muppet. Just like.
That's music.
Oh shit! Oh
There we
shit!
go. Perfect.
Ooh, there it is.
Yeah. Sorry that we were not hearing that before.
No,
It
it's
probably
fine.
happened while we were on pee break.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So addressing the earlier conversation where these two were talking, we're addressing your concerns, Chaotic.
So
It's-
they were.
it's-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's less that they are after us and more that they are feeding on anything that comes within the zone that they have set. Within the war place, the dead place. We happen to be here. We are here by grace of Her Majesty herself, the one sun in the sky, and we are supposed to maintain our vigil. So we do what we can to keep them away. We sing, we dance, we engage in whatever the private is currently privately attending to with his privates.
Ow, ow, ow,
Nice.
ow.
She flutters over and saying, "My favorite, except for that last part." Not exactly a pastime.
And that is why I will say, madam, that you are a very welcome addition. If things are getting worse, and from the look on your face I can tell they are, then we will need to do everything in our power to keep spirits up around here. And
Love
this, ladies and
place.
gentlemen, go ahead.
Clap of the hooves. I just no words, I guess. Just more being like a I got this type of
Yeah.
thing.
Perfect. Does that address your question, Stallion?
So, is there any kind of a role I could make? I mean, I almost just want to say, like, he just still feels like something isn't quite right, but maybe he just won't say anything.
You could roll sense motive. Yeah.
Sure, give me a second here. Let's roll back in the room here.
I might go ahead and join you, or even maybe just aid you on this one. Just because
don't-
I'm a distrustful mess right now.
I don't think Mistsheer will, because she's too determined to keep this. She believes him. She wants to keep this this merriment in check, as if it needs to be.
It might even be less sensing them and more just the situation, but it could be
Because-
them too. It's all of it. So
Because while I haven't addressed this yet, Mistsheer she loves the history of this tale. She even loves Celestia. She just doesn't like her government.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you
For
know
reasons
what?
that we can discuss.
For what it's worth, you and Crimson still going to get along. It's fine. You know. Because he's not of the government. He is of
The order.
The order. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
He's a man
Now,
of the, he's a stallion of the
He's a
cloth.
clergy.
Yeah.
He's a clergy, yeah. And I mean, as much as Vale is being a real shit ass, she's not. She doesn't like. Nothing she's done to you says she probably hates you.
Right.
Yeah.
He's just,
Anyways,
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is about that idea of distinction between the government and the church. Hold that thought.
Oh.
No, in a good way. Regardless, though, with regard to the sense motive, Dream, you get something. There is something that they are not saying, but you can't tell what, and you can't tell whether you're right in thinking that, or whether it's just the stress of the moment and the fact that, according to what they just said, it's all big happy smiles, or the bad things come in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
so he said, "Does that answer your question?" So he'll say, "Yes." If they sensed back, they would note a reservation in the yes, but he says yes.
Understandable.
Yeah. He searches your face for a moment, but nods finally.
My normal, somewhat slightly grumpy. Just
Very good, then. I'm glad we're all on the same page, as 'twere. Now, unless we're feeling like another song and another drink, which, as we've found, he says, looking to his second in command, has a diminishing returns, you might say.
So,
I'd recommend everyone make it an early bed.
so, did you just move over there, Mistsheer?
Yeah, as this conversation winds down, she's gonna
Oh,
head back
right,
over to
well,
make another
as-
roasty toasty.
Before you do that, I actually was gonna say Vale was actually gonna just grab you a second. You just pull you aside.
Okay. Well, you could always come talk over here while we're just alone.
All right.
so
She will just follow you over here.
I assume they will make their way to sleep then. I do the same.
She basically just kind of like uses her wing to kind of like just pull you close so she can like say something to you quietly.
I assume this one, so here we go.
Mhm.
She says,
Okay.
You should probably go and see Rings before she go to sleep.
Ah, you stay warm,
Exact-
little ones.
She gives you a little smirk and says, "And why would I do that without a little peace offering? Little wink. As you watch the bread and sausage and cheese kind of melt all together
Just gonna
on her scimitar.
slide my way between the two of them. It's like a.
she nods and says,
I'd come with you, but
well, you know,
Yeah.
I don't
Don't
think
sweat
it'd be
it.
best if I do, but if
Let's
you
see.
do need me to, I don't know,
be there.
Nah.
You're
I
the
got
better
this,
one at
soldier.
talking about this.
Yeah, I got this, soldier. Don't sweat it.
All right.
You are coming to sleep, Crimson.
Hold that thought. I'll be in here in just a few minutes, and we'll make my way up.
Everybody else is
I'm up
already
in
here.
I'm up in the air. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. As I'm trotting along, I hear the fluttering of wings above me. Oh, are you going to? As he like gestures with hooves to the door that
She
that
looks at the
rings
door.
in.
She looks at you, looks at the door, and she flutters down and lands and says, "You know, I was gonna make a little offering myself, but Something tells me she'll be pleased as punch to have a little room service herself. She shows up to she gives him the plate of roasty toasty. Cheer up, Captain.
All right. Well, we'll ignite his horn and carry it along with Mage Hand, and we'll.
Gives you
whole
the I'm
world
your
is depending
gives
upon
you
your
the
PP.
gives you the I'm your wingmare wink.
The wink, the wink in the picture.
Trademark.
All right, so
So
Ebby, real quick, which door are you in? This one or this one?
I don't want to walk in the wrong room.
I don't want or this one.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Which door is the sound coming from? I can tell.
There's
I have higher than
This is-
10 perception.
This is a wooden house. We can hear it.
Okay. Okay.
Oh God, the dogs can smell it.
Jesus.
Okay.
What are the dogs doing, Cygnus? Are they like having this?
What's the dog doing?
Are they like
So
talking among each other?
a couple of things. One, as the three of you leave the main area, you see these two checking the windows and doors, bolting things up, maybe taking out a hammer and nails and doing a little bit of extra work there, given what you said. Chaotic, yes. The bunnies do in fact hop up on... How are you sleeping? On your back? On your chest?
Probably sleeps kind of
On
on his side.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they nuzzle up in the space between your neck and your chin.
Oh, that's cute. That's fucking
They
cute.
seem,
Holy shit, that's
they
cute.
seem very warm and very content.
I am big. I share.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
The dogs appear... There's no other way to describe it. They are still as statues, seated in the same posture, staring at the door. Their eyes do not move off of it. Not a hint of there is not a hint of motion from anywhere in their bodies.
Oh, that's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And there is soft sobbing coming from the other side of the door that you're standing before, Wuten.
All right. Well, we'll trot up to it and rap very, very softly on it. Rings? Sort of like a hushed whisper.
Go away. I'm a failure. I'll never be a good guard. I can't even stand up against it.
Rings. How should I go about this? Give me a second.
You want me to still be out there to wingmare?
No.
Let me roll profession wingmare.
I think he needs to do this on his own.
Yeah, true.
Put on your big boy pants.
Put on his big boy pants. Here we go.
I'm sure Cirrus has a couple you can borrow. He's not using them at the moment.
God. No.
Your PP has been defined for this moment.
God.
Jesus!
Damn, alright.
I'm not gonna fuck her. I'm just gonna, cheer her up. Right? So,
Yeah. Unlike Moon,
with or without my penis.
Crimson. Unlike Moon, Crimson needs to do a little slow roast, not bite the cow before it goes to the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, God that's so awful.
That is the worst analogy.
Oh God.
I'm full of them.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, Rings, you're a great guard. Like, you were trying to keep us safe all that time, and well, I know that Vale can be a little bit intimidating, but she only means well, and Lieutenant and Sergeant filled us in on the details, but Could you open the door? I've got something for you, if you're willing.
Go ahead and roll me diplomacy with a +10.
Plus
Right, so
10,
that's a
30.
Yeah, +30.
Oh,
Excellent.
baby, a triple.
It was the roasty toasty.
I'm gonna need a cigar once this is all over.
She pokes her nose out the door. She has very obviously been crying. She is a big, blubbery, tearful mess.
And I just give her kind of like a soft, lopsided smile, and levitating the roasty toasty over to her.
She takes it in her field and just gives you the biggest trembling lip. Before you can move, flings herself forward and wraps her forelegs around you in a big hug.
Mm-hmm. I'll return it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I was a little forward earlier. It's been a very long time since I've had the chance to talk shop, you know?
Well, everyone needs to talk shop every once in a while, and I glances at the door behind me.
Her hands, not her hands, she doesn't
Her
have
hooves.
hands, that would be terrifying. Her hooves. Her hooves
I
go
get it.
to her mouth.
Oh,
I get it.
oh,
Don't
oh
worry.
my.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
First time back in a day and a half, and he...
And sensing she has said too much, she slams the door in your face. Opens it again.
Thank you so much.
Slams it again. Click. Jesus.
Ebony.
Now, if
I
you're
don't
not
know, I
careful,
just met you, bro!
if you're not careful, I'm going to make you roleplay that.
Good lord.
Yes.
One-on-one later?
M-rated stream.
I love it.
Not hardly.
Yeah.
I
Come
mean,
on.
the channel.
I didn't catch your name. I don't know what it is. He's crying.
Okay.
All right.
Any final RP or anything before you go to bed? Since Wuten, I think you are the only one here who has not picked a bed at this point.
I'm gonna peek my head in here. Oh, looks like there is.
I
a
am
bed.
not asleep, so.
Oh, looks like there is a bed. And
We'll have something with Vale if we have time for it.
I may have
Go
a
for it.
very short with Crimson afterwards. But
all right.
Works for me. Vale and Misty, you're up first.
Well, Mist is going to wait until it sounds like all the clatter and walking about the planks out in the out in the hall and living space have all ceased before she says anything.
Okay,
Case
you
you
do
know.
hear some hoof steps going by in the corridor outside and a soft whine from one of the dogs. Then the door shuts, and you hear no more.
Okay. As soon as the cabin seems quiet. Oops. She's gonna wait. She's gonna also just wait a minute till after that point, and then just she's just kind of laying back, those behind her head as she's laying in bed, just staring up at the ceiling, looking very relaxed, and she'll just casually say, "You noticed it too, didn't you?"
Well, Vale hasn't gone to sleep yet. She has just been kind of lying in her own bed staring up, obviously, like, her mind on everything that's just transpired.
Notice what?
How all this happened after old what's-his-name walked in. Like, we were, like, I was a little under the ale, and I may have said a little, may have blurted a little, something a little too much with, from the drink talking a bit. I'll never... It gets a little hard to hold you. It gets a little hard to hold your liquor when you're away from it for so long, you know. And that said, could have gotten ugly real quick, but they were all smiles. And then, after Moon's little buddy walked home, got himself cleaned up. Our hosts, their mood changed. The whole feeling about here changed. And spirits we tried to keep up only kept up so long. Kind of funny, huh? Makes me wonder if the fella's cursed.
I did notice something. They definitely have some bad blood between him and them. Something's definitely not right. Whatever it is, I think they're obviously trying to hide however they feel about it, because being happy is a matter of survival right now. Probably has been for them for too long.
How long did he say he... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you just kind of hear her just like kind of smirk at that. The idea of just like being, like when she says, you know, being happy for so long.
Mm-hmm. How long did the guy say he was Citrus? That was his name.
Cirrus.
Or no, not Citrus. Cirrus. Sorry, the color made me think of citrus.
He's gone by that name before?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how long did he tell us that he was away?
He didn't say.
Because I know he told a story, I thought, and we all just bought the farm.
No, he didn't.
Day-
The lieutenant said that it was 20 hours.
He said something about being out 20 hours.
Yeah.
Which we weren't sure if he was lying about that or not. And they
Didn't-
said something about 5 hours past or something, maybe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But didn't Ring say he's been gone a day
Yes,
and a half?
but
Did you hear that?
We
I
did not hear
yeah,
that part.
you guys
I
didn't
know,
hear that.
This is solar speculation.
Yeah, this is it's solar speculation. Yeah,
See,
he
the
was
lack
out
of
for a
American
day and a
accent?
half. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just me speculating. I think, yeah, they did mention he's like been gone
Longer than he should have.
longer than he should have. Yeah.
All they said was that he's been gone longer than necessary. No, being the kind of guy, I've seen that kind of guy in the military before. You can kind of chalk that stuff up to incompetence, but now I'm suspicious. Well, go
I
on.
wonder. No, I'm not really familiar with how curses and magics work all that much. Just all kinds of tales to tell when you're out on the cloud sea. So word bounces around. You don't understand the how of it, just the what of it. Never the why or how. Getting proof of how real these things are too. I can hear them outside.
Yeah. Listen.
Kid. Sorry, how old is Mist?
Probably mid-20s. I didn't write an age down.
Okay. In that case, you shall not be kid.
The fruitless the desire to call somebody kid when
Yeah,
everybody is
precisely.
your age.
I mean, you could try, but I'm a lot bigger than you, so
She's got
you know.
no. You're big guy. That's what you are. But no. That's just her inner tiger mom trying to attack everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Mist. I don't know what these guys are thinking, but to me, the whole idea that they're just trying to think they can be happy forever is just. Well, let's just say.
I'm trying to think of a good horse analogy.
It's horse apples.
Utter horse apples.
Yeah, that's why whenever we were out in the skies, free as we were, our merriment meant something. Always a story to tell, always a song to sing, always a reason to celebrate being alive because we never knew. Despite the fact we were only ever hitting, for the most part, Griffin supply lines, they could be well armed, and we would never know. So every day we had a reason to celebrate. Here?
Sorry, are you still going?
No, I don't. I lost my train of thought there.
Okay. She kind of interjects.
But being happy forever is just impossible. And the idea that they're gonna try and keep this up forever is just not gonna work. So, listen. Things start looking like they're breaking down in the morning or whenever. You, me, the rest of the mercenary guild, well, not mercenaries, we're
Caravanners.
The rest of the caravanners, we are gone. Alright? No matter what's going on. Because staying here is obviously not gonna work. If they want to come with us, they can, but my top priority is all of you.
It's fair, but for someone like me, it's just a little difficult to turn that blind eye. What if what we brought them tonight was some of the grandest feast, I guess, that the divines could have smiled upon. Well, like an addict, what if next time's not enough? They'll get swallowed alive. And I just don't know if... I haven't decided yet whether or not I can live with myself if that happened.
So you want to stay?
Look, if we get another job, we get another job, is what it is. But at the same time, life's rough, Vale. I was one of the lucky ones to fall into a net that gave me another chance. Others, not so damn lucky. I've learned the hard way that second chances are a bit a dozen. I think everyone really... And if I can pay that forward, then I think ponies that deserve a chance. I would have thought a soldier like you would have understood my plight. I would like to imagine, at least.
There's a long moment of silence.
We'll see what tomorrow brings. But my thoughts are still that whatever is going on here, it's not worth being. And I think everyone, including them, should leave. Outpost for the Griffin Wars be damned. Let me tell you something, no fucking Griffin's gonna come up on this mountain. And if they do, well, look what's gonna be waiting for.
Some shut-eye will do us some good first, I think. Pulls the blanket up. Pulls the blanket over. Her last words before she just gives a yawn and then just kind of says, "I hope you know that you didn't fight for nothing." Blanket over body. Snooze.
Aw.
Hmm.
Any closing thoughts in that room before I move to the other one?
A little long moment of trying to think about those final words before you know, I think Vale gives up on trying to figure out precisely what they meant. Much like always, she can't really understand much of what you're saying. You're
Because it's so inflated.
it's so inflated. You're a fast talker. She's a slow talker.
Mm-hmm.
And so she gives up, but just decides it was a compliment and goes to bed.
It takes a
Alright.
while with the ripping of the wind and the raging of the storm without, but you do eventually drift off to sleep. Crimson and Dream.
All right.
Any final thoughts for the end of the night? In and out of game.
If Crimson has anything to say first, otherwise I might. So
Okay. So Crimson, while he is preparing for bed, will set up his flag as sort of like stand it up against the wall right here, as sort of like a something for him to wake up to in the morning. And
would you like to roll a sense motive?
go ahead? Let's see.
I'll just look at it.
Yeah. 29.
Yeah. Very slight glare at the flag for a moment,
Mhm.
and Dream is also still fully dressed in his breastplate. He hasn't taken it off.
Mhm.
Real quick, Wooten. I think you might still be on the P-break screen. Wait, hold on. Wait.
No, I'm not.
No, never
I'm
mind.
not.
Never mind. My stream was way behind. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that would have sucked.
Yeah,
Heart attack.
yeah.
There's
I
the
confirmed.
shit.
I confirmed.
I'm
I looked
so
over.
sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
so
good.
sorry. I looked at my my tab because it's on the same one as my Roll20 tab, and it was when I switched over to it, it was like 45 minutes or whenever behind, and I was like,
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Dark Souls text, brick
Yeah.
shitted.
Anyway, my apologies. Please continue. I'm so
no
sorry.
worries.
Also,
no
also,
worries.
Cygnus, just because it just happened, the music did just go off. So
Oh,
sorry.
god damn it.
Well, we're probably finishing up here anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted to-
we'll
It's
just
fine.
we'll just call it there on the music and let you guys
Yeah.
have your moment of RP, and then we will do the cliffhanger, and
All
then
right.
we will call it. So
All right.
yes, please
So-
proceed.
Sounds good.
He gives the slight glare. He's still in his breastplate, which for him, you know, as you've been traveling with him, he has never taken off. He seems to be very comfortable sleeping in it, so.
Uh-huh. I assume endurance feat.
Yes.
Yeah, figure.
I think we get it for free, actually. So.
Hey, earth ponies.
Yeah, exactly.
So you will smile up at the flag, and perform some, night chant to protect him over his dreams at night, and then climbs into bed.
Your chanting is when he, from out from under his breastplate, he pulls a small pendant and sort of presses it to his chest while you do that for a moment, before tucking it back into his breastplate, into his clothes.
Mhm.
And then, so, as a question, because I
Okay.
assumed that I did, because
Okay.
I'm not sleeping at the moment and the door was open. Did I hear the conversation between you and Ring? I would have been, if I could have, I would have been trying to listen in. So.
Well, I'd
The door
imagine
was
that'd be a
open.
perception.
And it certainly would.
Sure, I'll make a perception real quick for you. 17.
You caught snippets of it. It wasn't the entire thing, especially, since she was trying to be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You caught the broad strokes.
Yeah.
The important bit is just the one at the end, I think. So
Yeah.
he's going to. She said he was gone for a day and a half.
I caught that too. Hmm. You know, those bunnies have really taken a liking to your, that spot there. You seem to have a way with them. As he's, like, doing a small smile.
They are small. They needed help. And with the blizzard as bad as it seems outside, all the better for it, I think. Something in the air seems wrong, Crimson. And that some of it seems to center around that one. Nods across the room towards the opposite wall.
Ow. Ow.
A
Good. Yeah, I've...
small glance
Mhm.
at the flag again before he'll finish a statement by saying, they speak on unity and happiness. That comes with honesty.
Mm-hmm.
I am curious as to why. And of course, seeming willing to use us, not telling the danger. Something doesn't smell right to me.
Certainly doesn't to me either. But I have
And I-
faith that we will see the night through and see our travel back safe.
For yours and the others, I hope so. And hope. Because your stories, the same I've heard, ring true. Being hopeful will be better now than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll just sort of lay his head down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about all he has to say. Unless you have more.
Mm-hmm. Just pleasant dreams, Dreamcatcher. And
Just a grunt.
he'll slide into bed himself.
All right. Again, eventually, you drift off. All is quiet. All is still. Inside, at any rate. Not out there. Not where the wind is ripping and the howls are howling. And as calm and relaxed as you are able to find yourselves after a calm night of revelry, you are awakened in the morning by shouts and a scream. As we swing back in, I fix a thing and it does not fix. What is it doing? Nope, that's not it. Fuck,
Whoa.
fuck.
Oh.
Bad, wrong tool.
Oh.
The sergeant bursts into your room, looking livid. Which one of you was it? You were speaking with her last night. Get out here.
What's
Lieutenant.
going on? What happened? And we'll quickly scramble up, awake.
Unfortunately, my usage of incorrect tools somewhat ruined the surprise. However, as you step outside...
Oh, shit.
Oh, no!
Oh.
Ring's glassy eyes meet yours with a look of deep surprise as the rest of her is sprayed across the bearskin rug.
Oh my god.
And that is all for this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
How dare
Hooves,
you?
hooves clasped
dare
across,
you.
across snout. How
I
dare.
liked her!
Dare
Me too.
say I thought we had something special. Ah! Love it. I love it.
Why does
10 out of 10.
everything I touch die?
I didn't even touch her and she died. That's the worst part.
Yeah. I'm just glad that I was the one. I'm glad I gave you the roasty toasty because I did something.
Yeah. Oy.
So, next time we will have recriminations, interrogations, an investigation, and the end of what was supposed to be a one-shot but will now be 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be good.
2 detective campaigns simultaneously.
What?
Bar.
Ooh. Also, hello, shout out to Sunny in the chat for the amazing art for this
Hell
campaign.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely amazing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. 100 out of 100.
Mwah.
Absolutely. And I said it again at the beginning of the stream, and I know he just joined, so he didn't have the opportunity to see that. But you did fantastic. Thank you so much.
Sunny,
Mwah.
my heart. The art.
It's amazing.
That ring what's her name? Rings like fractal. Oh my goodness. Chef's kiss. Love it.
Someone's about to get a pickaxe to the head.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Just be careful what you decide to do. You know what the stakes are now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that happy note, thank you, everyone. Thank you all for, giving this little thing the chance, and I'm glad that everybody seems to be enjoying it so much.
Absolutely. I love
Yes,
Cygnus
sir.
campaigns.
Oh.
Yes.
I need more of
Cygnus
them in my
campaigns
life,
are great.
honestly.
Yes. Honestly.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Wonderful job. Excellent. And we'll see what comes of this next time on Ponyfinder Lantern Light. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Chef's kiss once more. Wonderful job. And I suppose we'll see all of you next weekend for the dramatic conclusion. Whatever Cygnus may have planned. Maybe we can resurrect her. Maybe we can get resurrection. Maybe Celestia's grace shines down upon us and she becomes an alicorn. Anyway, next
I
time.
see that. I'm seeing Mary Drake wants to play Ponyfinder more than ever. Well, just look up the
Yeah, it's
what's
on
the name of the website, Paizo.
Yeah,
It's a PFSRD.
yeah, PFSRD. They literally have look up Ponykind on D20 PFSRD. I can actually, before I go here, I will link Ponykind in the chat. You guys can go there. That is the race page for all of Ponykind. If you're
And the
interested
entire
in that,
website has all the rules.
all the
that you could
rules,
ever
all the
want.
mechanics, everything. And if you're wanting to get Ponyfinder itself as like a campaign setting in like a hardback copy or PDF, you can go ahead and go to the Open Gaming Store link there. That is the official link to purchase the Ponyfinder campaign setting. So
Excellent.
very, very wonderful, wonderful art, wonderful campaign. God, I'm looking forward to. Not sponsored, by the way, but if I ever do get sponsored, I would
Deserving
love
of
for it to
attention.
be that. Anyway, until next time, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see all of you next weekend.